Okay, so welcome back to the Probably Something Terrible Dungeons and Dragons adventure. It's been a long time, and I'm ashamed of that. It's been a long time. My excuse, I'm a terrible person. But yeah, we've been, we've been trying to get back at this. We finally have, and last time, they found out there's an archdruid in... Archmage, the Archmage in Silvermoon. There we go. I brought up my map. You guys do not hear any, or you guys do not see anything because I'm evil and I made you just listen instead. No video for you. Yeah, I'm here with Joe, and we're just gonna have some fun. So last time you guys were planning on your departure, you were still in, you were in Phandalin.
Yeah.
And you were just setting up with the guild to just kind of keep track of things,
Right.
train more people, make use of the Dwarven Armory.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to look into that.
Yeah, I think we had said that, like, escort missions from Phandalin to the dwarfs, like, to that settlement where the dragons were, just to get that supply line going back and forth. For all of Shadley's stuff, all of Toblin's stuff.
All the good food.
Yes. I wonder, do green dragons taste different?
We'll have to find out. I would imagine that they would be a little more zesty, a little sour.
I can see the sourness.
Right?
Yeah.
A little bit more of a zing. Like the difference between a licorice and one of those sour licorice ones. I can't remember what those are called. Sour Patch things?
Oh, yeah, the Sour Patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little more sour.
Okay.
That's still like a rich flavor, but it just hits in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess for a real recipe, there'd be a little more soy sauce, maybe a little bit of vinegar added.
I was thinking like a citrus, like a lime.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Like my lime juice, or just cut up some limes and then stick them in the broth.
It'd be...
So instead of honey, it would be a little more sour.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because the black dragon that... Or was it the blue? No, the blue we made stuff out of.
The blue we made stuff out of, the black was eaten.
Because that was whiskey, soy sauce, and honey.
And it was delicious.
It was delicious. So for this one, I'm thinking like lime, tequila, and like agave almost.
That'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to try and make a marinade of this.
Yes. I'll let you know.
I'm gonna have to start posting recipes for dragon meat.
Oh yeah.
in the channel. I'm just gonna, in the description. I'm just gonna start posting how do you make dragon steak.
It turned out really good.
I think the younglings will be chicken instead of steak because they're more tender.
Oh, for sure.
And still delicious.
Or maybe rib tips.
That'd be pretty good. And if they're just infants, then the pork belly.
Oh, sure.
All the more squishy.
Nice slab of dragon bacon.
Dragon bacon.
Oh. So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
I think we had kind of hit all those bullet points at the end of last time, and we were actually riding out into... Let's see, we're heading east, so into the sunrise?
Yep, you were heading... Yeah, I think it was just a little after morning time, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little after morning time you guys got back, because you didn't go very far.
No.
You were just a little bit south of where you guys were, I think.
Yeah, like half a day's walk or something.
Yeah, it wasn't that far. And you guys have mounts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just get... Oh, good, I can just click and drag. I love it. I'm zooming in on my map.
All right.
So basically, you're just taking the Tribor Trail
Yep.
to the east. And you have traveled a little bit on this trail before.
Mm-hmm.
Basically to take out a bunch of orcs that were hiding in the hills.
Oh, yeah, that was...
It was a very long time ago.
Yeah,
That was one of the early level missions to help you level up a
that was
little
like
bit.
14 levels ago.
Right? You were like level 2 or 3 back then.
Yeah.
You know, not your deities in your own right.
I think I maybe barely learned how to do sneak attack.
Let's see, and you guys, I assume, have saddlebags packed with different kinds of provisions.
Oh, sure. That's one of the things we talked with Toblin before we left.
Yep. And are you traveling in full armor? Are you traveling? How are you patting yourself up when you're traveling? Just standard commoner clothing and having everything just kind of mounted on the horse?
I think I actually hadn't considered that.
Just so I can decide how much of a dick I'm going to be.
All right. Well, if you're deciding based on that, then yeah, I'm in full armor. But no.
I need to roll the big DM roll also.
Oh, sure.
Dice is somewhere. I'll use this one.
Do you want mine?
Oh, maybe a big chunky dice.
Yeah. The lion head is the 20.
Okay, I'm going to roll the big DM dice on the gigantic book I have here. It plopped an 11.
Okay. Pretty middle of the road. Thank you.
Apparently books are not the best rolling surfaces. Too soft.
So
11, so things won't be too bad, hopefully.
No. I mean, traveling on horseback 30 miles a day or so in full armor, that's going to be a lot. So I think I would probably just be in like some more comfortable attire. Just because this is the first like long distance thing that we've done.
Yeah, because while Neverwinter is a pretty good distance, it's still just one straight road. There's really no towns or anything like that on the way.
It was just like, what, a couple days?
Yeah, it's just a couple days short travel.
Yeah.
And if you're on horseback, it's even shorter because you can probably do it, like, yeah, if you're really rushing it, you could probably do it in a day and a half.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're going for comfort. I'd still have my weapons, like, easily accessible, but I can't imagine wearing full armor for that whole time. Unless, like, at least not starting off. Like, I mean, as you said, we're pretty powerful. I'm not thinking we're cocky, but I'm thinking, like, if anything happens, I'm sure we can manage.
Yeah, you're not, like, goblin parties probably won't affect you that much.
Yeah, probably not. Just barely slow down and drag my sword across the ground. That's my difference.
Oh, good stuff. So you guys are traveling along this road, and you have the hills on the right side of you, go down to the south, and after a little while, after a few hours of traveling, you're coming to where the forest is ending on the left side of you, and then you just see more hills, and it stretches on in the distance a bit.
Okay.
From where you are, that'd be like, no, it's like still 5 or so miles, even 5 to 10 miles to the nearest river. There's really not much here near you, but when you get to a crossroads eventually, you don't really see any people. You do see it's a little more grassy now.
Okay.
There's no trees. There's really no nothing other than fields of grass, and you do see a lake in the distance.
Okay, and on the map we're approaching Tribor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just a little bit farther on from you. It's pretty close.
Okay.
And when you kind of get past where the hills are, you can kind of see the outline of a wall, but it's not a very big wall. It's a wooden, it looks like a wooden stake wall going around several buildings.
All right. And then what time of day would it be? Like, are we talking like we've been riding all day?
Yeah, this would be where it's getting where it's getting to the evening. Sun's starting to go down and settle a little bit.
All right.
Like you still have some daylight with you.
So I'd say we push into town, maybe find a place to settle in for the night.
Right. So as you ride up to the city, you see it's plopped right down. It looks like it's built right into the middle of where the intersection of the main roads are.
Oh, okay.
So the road goes straight through the town, and then either road on either side, the north to south road. I have a name for it. If I zoom down a little bit, I do. Long Road. Very creative name. Love it. So, you know, this Long Road is just going straight through that wall as well. just through the same city. So it is perhaps kind of like a trucking stop nowadays,
Sure.
where this would be a trade route most of the time.
So like a very utility kind of place. Like the
Yeah.
people who live there are mostly going to be merchants. They're mostly going to be like people who sell things to travelers.
Right. And the gate is just wide open for it, coming in from from the Trevor Trail.
Okay.
This is the smaller road, smaller than the other roads that you can see in the distance a little bit.
Mhm.
And you do see a couple of wagons and stagecoaches. You know, wagons that are covered and look like they have different materials in them
Sure.
coming out of the town. There's lots of them parked along the street.
They're just like parked outside.
Yeah, like you see some people are unloading their carts, and they're parked inside on the road,
Oh, okay.
inside the gate.
Inside the gate on the road.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, I'll say that we approach the gate. Try to find somebody who looks like a guard or a local, and ask where we could find a spot to stay for the night.
So you do see someone that looks like someone that's probably a guard. He looks like he's a little bit overweight. He's a little bit older, and he's sleeping in a chair.
Okay. I will use Mage Hand, my invisible arcade trickster Mage Hand, to you know what? I've been on horseback all day, probably just looking at the scenery back and forth because my fine steed has been doing a lot of the work. So I'm feeling a little bored, a little plucky. So what I want to do is use my mage hand to pluck one of the sleeping guard's nose hairs.
And they are surprising. Let's see how long his nose hairs are. They're not very long. You only rolled a 2. So you reach kind of a little bit up in there and yank it out.
Do you want me to roll like a check of some kind to see how well I can do?
See how much force you use with it. That's what we'll roll for. Let's do that.
All
How hard is this pull?
So, what would this be? Would this be dex or sleight of hand?
I'd say dexterity because you're not trying to be sneaky at all.
Sure.
You're trying to pluck a hair out.
I rolled a 2, but with my +5, that's a 7.
So you grab a few of them instead of being very delicate and grabbing like a specific one. You grab several of them with that mage hand because you're not like right next to him with your body. And then when you pluck down, his head slams down also.
Oh my god!
And the hairs do come out. And then his head jerks up, and then he slips back, and the chair falls backward.
Can I use mage hand to catch it?
To catch the chair or catch
just
him?
just to steady the chair to keep it from tipping over. I mean, it's already floating right there.
Oh yeah, it kind of steadies it then,
All right.
so he doesn't slam off the chair. So then he looks up, he grabs his face, he's like, oh, hello there.
Hello. We're passing through, looking to find a spot to stay for the night. Can you recommend a place?
Yeah, there's a few places here in the town. Just going up the street, there's a nice inn. But have you seen, there's some large bugs here. I think I just got bitten by something. Watch yourself.
I will absolutely keep my eye out.
There's some kind of horsefly. I just got a huge bite in my nose.
Oh, that's no fun.
Am I bleeding?
I look at him to see if he's bleeding.
No, he's not bleeding. It just looks like it's a little bit red.
All right. All right, screw it. I'll use my lay on hands to give him 1 point of healing just to soothe it.
Oh, much obliged, sir.
No problem. Torm be with you.
Oh, you're a paladin.
Yeah, you could say
He
that.
sees, do you have a symbol on a glove that you have on you or not?
Yeah, I think I had the symbol on my gloves. And yeah, I would probably still be wearing the gloves.
Because it's not like the rest of the heavy armor.
Right. So yeah, I flashed the back of my fist at him, showed him the white right hand of Torm.
I was almost tempted to do a Power Rangers joke. Go Torm Power active. Go Torm Rangers. Man, now I kind of want to make a team of Paladin Rangers.
Right?
Just for that joke.
I wonder if there's a subclass that lets you like summon armor somehow.
There is magic armor, I think, isn't there?
I mean, it's
Like
a magical
no,
world.
like a
There
thing
has to be
that
something.
yeah, there must be something to be able to because there's a shield spell. It makes a shield. Why wouldn't there be some spell for making just a magic
Yeah.
armor that pops on you
Like I know there's mage armor, but that's not the same thing.
that has like a 1 minute duration or something?
Yeah.
I can imagine that being like a monk spell or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's some kind of monk ability.
Or even something like a rune knight,
Hmm.
like a subclass of fighter that gets that ability with certain runes.
Yeah, or if you have like a special ring, then it could activate,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe a once a day thing
Yeah, or a belt buckle.
that you could detach and then hold in front of you and yell out the name of
Exactly.
an animal that may or may not be imprinted on it.
On a gold coin, of course.
Oh yes, and performance check for the posing, of course. Okay, these may or may not appear in the campaign at some time. I'm not gonna lie.
And if they do or do not, I will gladly help you with theory crafting and getting the mechanics nailed down.
This sounds like way too much fun. Now I need to find out what gods in the game have the best sense of humor. I'm gonna have to deep dive into the deities lore. This is gonna be fun. One of them's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be a floating head,
Oh yeah,
and their deity's gonna have to be just a bodiless floating head.
Elder Brain.
Huh. Wow. What if the Illithids are really?
Warlock. Dude, it could be a subclass of Warlock that gets to summon armor.
What
And
if
then use that
there's
armor as their spellcasting focus.
What if there is a lawful good mind flayer that
Oh,
achieves lichdom?
we are off the rails. It's been 4.5 minutes and I love it.
That could work, because the big brain thing.
Yeah.
And then if they go the path of Demi-Lich, then he has no body.
And he has a little more forged construct.
It's a giant Cthulhu head floating around. I love it.
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the town.
So we're in the town. I just healed the guy, and he's like, "Oh, you're a paladin."
Yeah, and then as you're going through the town, most of the people on the other side of the street don't really pay any mind to you guys. The people that are undoing carriages and stuff, but really quick perception check.
I would gladly roll you a quick perception check for both of us, or just me.
Both of you.
All right.
She has a higher perception than you.
She has a much higher perception, and Staji as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what he would notice.
All right. So I have 3 giant d20s here. The metal one is going to be mine, green one for Laya, and the red one for Staji. Okay. I got a 17 on the dice, Laya got 10, Staji got 3. So Staji's taking a nap. With my perception, I only have a +1 to perception.
Oh, so you got
Roll
an
the
18
mine.
total?
So that's 18 total. And then Laya gets 17 total.
Wow, she has a crazy perception.
Right?
She's a +7?
She has a +7 to perception.
Okay, so both of you do notice. I was setting the DC at about 15.
Okay. So we noticed.
Do you guys notice? Okay, so you notice that some of the shops you see some kids look at you, stop in their tracks, and then like fall back into the shops after they've taken a look at you.
Okay, I'll turn back to Laya and I'll say something like, "It seems we're getting some kind of reaction from these people. Have you ever been here?" And she's like, "No, I don't think so."
You definitely would notice that a couple of them have what looks like cardboard or just like board toy swords and armor. Looks like
okay.
it was painted blue. And it's just kind of, yeah, you've noticed this for a couple of kids that have been outside and they darted back inside.
Oh, okay.
Then you see a couple of not middle age, like
Adults.
mid-30s adults poke their heads through a window or through the door and
Okay.
then go back inside.
All right, I'll just let that be what it is.
Yep.
You know, we're kind of trying to go about our business, so we'll head towards the inn that the guy pointed us to I didn't catch the name of it.
Okay, I'm going to make up a fun name for this. Okay, this is going to be called the Slippery Skin.
Slippery Skin.
Slippery Skin Inn.
All right.
It's like asking, what's the name of that person? Phil. Why? What's his last name? Collins. I mean...
His last name's McCracken. Any other dumb questions?
His last name is Smith. He's a carpenter. He collects stamps.
No, that's one of the things I loved about the Sneak Attack podcast. Like, the players would constantly be asking the DM, like, "Oh, what's this guy's name?" And he had to scramble every single time. He's like, his name is John, and he has a ponytail.
It's true. The pain is true.
It's real. The struggle is real.
I'm writing it down. We're in Tribor.
Yeah, Tribor, Slippery Skin Inn.
Okay. So, are you outside the inn?
Yeah, I'll say we're outside the inn. If I remember right, Find Steed just kind of lasts until I dismiss it, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't think it has a certain time limit. It just goes until you get rid of it. They're just going to leave it running.
so yeah. I'll choke on a chip for a second. So yeah, I'll just kind of tie him off outside, make sure he has some, food and water, like from our saddlebags and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll head into the inn.
Okay, so you notice that a few people have gone outside the inn. Like, just a couple of customers have been shooed away, it looks like, from the person that was running it.
Oh, okay.
And then when you go inside, you do see a table that is clear, and then a kid swiftly sweeps everything off the top of the table into a large bag and then rubs it down with the wet rag real quick. And then darts off to the kitchen.
Okay. Love it.
Yep. And then you see a person standing behind the counter, just looking at you.
All right. I'll wave over, or I'll just kind of wave, get their attention, and say, like, okay, if we sit here?
Oh yes, of course. Go ahead and make yourselves at home. Anything, and have a meal. It's on the house.
That seems like a strange business model. All right then. Sure. I guess
And
we'll.
will you be staying in this inn by any chance?
Sure. That's...
Perfect. Thank you. And I have a few suggestions you might like. You might like. Well, we don't exactly have some of the meals that you might be used to at this point, because being
I'm sorry. Have we
celebrities such as yourselves?
Celebrities? I didn't think we were that.
Well, we've had a few people coming through town telling of your adventures, and well, not very many people look the way you do, though we're pretty sure it's you.
No. Well, I'm happy to be here, I guess. Name's Jahook. This is Laya, and that's Stodgy up there, asleep on Laya's head.
He's a little smaller than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a pseudo dragon. He's just a little guy. He hangs out with us.
Well, I'm happy to be of service. I'll bring you over some hot steaks or some nice pheasants or something. We went hunting just this afternoon.
Oh, the pheasant sounds lovely.
And then she quickly just hobbles away and then looks at kind of a scroll that's on the wall, like a piece of artwork. Like, looks like it's woven kind of like this tapestry.
Oh, okay.
And it looks vaguely similar.
Vaguely similar to...
But it looks like a knockoff piece of what actually happened in a thing that you guys went through.
Okay. Do I need to roll something, or are you going to
No,
describe it?
I'll
Because I'm
describe
just
it to you.
curious right now.
Okay, so what it looks like is you see a big church hall, what it looks like, a big hallway
Okay.
of apparently a large building, and you see people scathed in colored armor fighting what looks like just a really big demon.
A really big demon in a church hallway. Okay.
And there's not much other details other than that, but the demon does not look like Orcus at all. It looks like a massively ripped, like Satan from South Park.
Oh, okay.
More or less. So it mostly
So, like,
looks like that, and he has a massive sword. And
all upper body, skinny legs.
Yes,
horns, the whole
exactly.
bit. Love it.
Yep, and it shows basically the group, your core group of 3,
Okay.
just standing below him.
Okay.
With and you have a fiery sword,
Nice.
and that definitely has is a centerpiece of the picture because you see a bit glowing around it.
Oh, okay.
Like has a little bit of white stitching around that part of the picture.
Okay, so just to like emphasize that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you guess they don't know what that is, but they are trying to make an attempt to make a cool scene of the battle. From what they hear.
All right.
So that's a tapestry on the wall, and that's about all you see from it.
Okay. So I guess I'll turn to Laya again and say, like, I guess word got out about the stuff we've been doing. This is weird. I'm usually a, in the shadows kind of guy. I don't know how to respond to this really. And then Laya just kind of looks at me and shrugs and says, I don't know, I live in the forest. I was subtly checking if her charisma score was higher than mine, and neither one of us are great.
You guys are what, level 17?
I think 16 total.
Ah.
Because I have... Yeah, let's just do a little mechanical checkup real quick here. Oh no, 14. Because I've got 9 levels of Rogue and 5 levels of Paladin. Unless we leveled up when I wasn't paying attention.
Pretty sure you leveled up after the, what's it called?
After the Green
After
Dragons.
the Green Dragon. Because there weren't enough really bigger enemies inside that little dungeon.
Yeah. I don't remember if I wrote that down or not. Because Laya has 9 and 4. That can't be right. No, she's got to be 10th level ranger and 4th level fighter.
Not the least. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll fix the character sheets and make sure I'm not missing anything.
Now you have all your health points and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're at, is 14 total.
Yeah. Okay, and pretty much anything after level 12, Player's Handbook says you're pretty much Lords of the Realm.
Yeah, well, see, nobody told us that, like,
Oh,
our
yeah.
characters.
You guys are completely oblivious because you haven't left your town,
Yeah,
ever.
we've just been, like, hanging out, doing our thing.
You killed things and went home.
Yeah.
Yep. But news has traveled. So let's see how things can stretch from here.
All right.
All right, so they bring you out. So you see the boy come out and bring you out a steak, and then he sets a couple, some pheasant on the.
Right?
Yeah, there's a steak, there's a pheasant. They set a couple of different platters on the table.
Oh, okay.
So you have some meat in the center table, center plate, and then you have just empty plates around the table.
Okay. So it's kind of like family style, kind of sharing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You know, and then they just bring you out a pitcher of what looks like ale,
Mm-hmm.
and that just plops on the table.
All right. Cool.
And you see him look at the picture and look back at you guys, and he's looking. He's definitely looking right at your sword.
Oh, okay. Can I do an insight check on the kid just to see, like, if he seems like a decent kid or if he's just, like, up to something?
Sure.
Because Hook would definitely be thinking, like, okay, an overly helpful kid in a strange town. This kid's up to something.
Go for it.
19 on the dice, boy.
That's gonna be a good insight check, huh?
Inside is +0, so that's 19.
It definitely looks like he's just fan struck.
All right, so I'll I have the flaming raging poisonous sword of doom just kind of on my belt. I imagine I would have left some of my other weapons and gear and stuff just like in my saddlebags on the horse or something, or in my backpack or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that one and the wand of Orcus, like, I don't want those getting lifted from me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep those with me pretty much all the time. That and my balls of phasing. So since I can tell, like, okay, he just seems like a good kid, I'll kind of pull the Flaming Raging Poisonous Sword of Doom out of its sheath a little bit, just so we can see the blade, and just kind of like make eye contact with him for a second, and then sheath it back.
So it glows a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit of
just let that
crackling.
little lick of flame burst out.
Yeah, a little bit of crackling flame. His
Yeah.
eyes get really big. He steps back for a second, and he probably hasn't breathed in a couple of seconds there. He's like, "Oh, it's the God Killer. It's true."
There's a good lad. Now keep this ale coming.
Yes, sir. Can I taste? Don't tell her.
Nah, I can't allow that. And then I hand him some ale.
He's gonna do a quick slide of hand. I guess that'd be a slide of hand to see if he can do it without her noticing.
Or should I roll it because I'm handing it to him?
Sure. Yeah, roll for it real quick.
All right, 12 on the dice. So that makes the sleight of hand a
It's like
27.
25. Okay, 27.
I have plus 15 to stealth and sleight of hand.
Yeah, you're definitely a rogue with high dexterity.
Yes.
That's the bread and butter of a rogue. So yeah, you hand it to him. She doesn't notice. Maybe she turned around to wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I know how to
she's
pick
over
my
there.
moment.
Yep. So he takes a sip of that, and it definitely has that whole like kick.
Sure. All right, and then just for bookkeeping purposes, I am going to pour the ale from the pitcher into Glarp's enchanted mug and drink it from that.
Nice. So you'll have advantage on any checks for that.
Yep, advantage against being charmed.
Mm-hmm. Which comes in handy.
Yeah. And I think because Laya's a half-elf, she has advantage on charms and stuff. Yeah, advantage on being charmed and can't be put to sleep by magical means. Because
Yeah,
of
she
Fey
can't.
ancestry.
Yeah, she can't be put to sleep at all. Also, because she's an elf.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't sleep, which would be very productive, I imagine.
Oh, for sure.
And I won't make you roll for it because it's probably pretty obvious at this point. But you have heads poking in from outside the inn,
Oh, sure.
and there's people outside. You can kind of hear chattering a
Like,
little bit.
especially with everything that I've experienced thus far. My head's on a swivel. I'm just like, all right, that's all this then.
There's definitely people outside that have been peeking in.
All right. So, how's the pheasant?
The pheasant actually, well, it tastes pretty good. It tastes like a rotisserie chicken about.
Okay.
They have a decent blend of seasonings on it. It doesn't have any kind of special flavoring to it.
Sure.
There's a decent amount of salt on it, and just soaked it in some kind of not like like just a basic marinade mixed
Okay.
mixed blend of spices.
Nice.
So it has a little bit of a spicy kick to it,
Okay.
but yeah, it mostly tastes like a rotisserie chicken.
All right. I'm enjoying it.
And their steak does not have as much flavor as you'd hope from it. Steak is a little disappointing because it doesn't taste like dragon.
Sure. I mean, what cow was ever born that could beat a dragon?
Right? Although we can make that work. The dreaded Moon Yu. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
The Moon Yu.
From
No.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh my gosh.
It was ridiculous, and it was from
Yes.
early 2000s, I think.
I think I did see that. That was the one with Gopher Chucks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a fight against a cow that knew Kung Fu.
I had completely forgotten about that scene until you just said that, and then it popped back in. Like the cow's all, whoa!
Yep. It was glorious. We all watched that movie way too many times.
True.
The movie does not deserve as much credit as we all gave it. It's so good. So bad it's good. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have been eating your meal?
A Murask.
Or a mootar?
Half Minotaur, half cow.
What if it has the top body of a cow and the bottom body of a horse?
Oh, that's hurting my brain. No, did you ever see? It was an old cartoon, like back around the era of like the Mighty Ducks cartoon.
Oh yeah, I remember that cartoon.
It was called the Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. It sounds so corny, and it absolutely was, but it was great. Like, it's this village of cow people. Like, they almost read like minotaurs, but they're just in like this Wild West town at the top of this like plateau in the middle of the desert.
Okay.
And there's like the evil guy who's trying to like do stuff, and there's a rattlesnake guy who runs with him, and like it was absolutely ridiculous, but I remember loving that when I was a kid.
I see nothing wrong with this. I mean, lots of shows that were so bad they were good. There were some very interesting shows like Mighty Max, and there was Gargoyles was a fun one. That was a brilliant one.
Oh, sure.
There was Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which we all still watched, no matter how bad it was.
Oh yeah, no, that was hot garbage, but we loved it.
The Zelda show was better. That's why we all actually watched it. Just to get to the Zelda show. Oh yes, I might have to check that out though. Good stuff. So yeah, pretty much finished up your meal.
All right, so we finished up the meal.
Yep, and then you still hear people clamoring outside. It sounds like a couple of people have been busy moving stuff around outside the door.
Okay, so people are just kind of like crowding around the door.
Pretty much, that's what you'd figure. Picture looks like it's way too cool. Why is it so cool?
Right?
The corniness is awesome.
Yeah.
Thundercats is another good show. No, not Thundercats. SWAT Cats.
Oh, SWAT Cats.
With the planes.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Stop Googling. Yeah. One of these cowboys was the Colorado Kid.
The Colorado Kid?
The Colorado Kid.
Are there a lot of puns in this show?
It is 90% pun.
Love it. That's how it has to be.
All right, so they're crowding around the door. We're sitting there eating our meal. I'm drinking out of my mug. Lia's chilling. Yeah, we give some pheasant to Stodgy. You know, he's had a rough day on the trail too.
Clambers it down. I'm sure your mouse friend clambers his meal down too.
Oh yeah, sure. I get some cheese or some fruit or something for him. Just like something simple. He's got a tiny little tummy.
Yep. And you see him take a piece of meat and then go off to the side and pulls out his book, and he's attempting something.
I tell him to not do that in public using the telepathic link that I have with him.
He just looks at you for a second, tilts his head, and then flicks the meat out of the way.
Yeah,
like fine.
And I just kind of give him that look from the Black Panther movie when the one guy tries to bow, and I'm like, no, we don't do that here.
So then he puts his book back on his back.
Mm-hmm.
He got kind of a little string that he just ties, have the book on his way, just attached to his back, more or less. So it just kind of stays there, the Maskernomicon.
Yes. I gotta remember to look into that again, because I know you sent me something on it, and it's gotten lost in the chat.
I have it in my OneNote. I can just open it up sometime and show you.
All right.
Yeah, that's on that phone. I can install one on this one. I really should. They deactivated my old phone.
Mm-hmm.
AT&T just outright deactivated it. Said it's not going to be supported on the plan anymore. And they won't even let it be reactivated with the SIM card they sent me.
Wow.
Because they just deactivated the SIM card when I put it in there just to see if I can get it running again.
That's racist.
Right.
Yeah.
I love my Asus phone. It's awesome. It still works great. So they sent me the Galaxy S10e, which is like half an inch smaller. And it's also Samsung.
Right.
Because I don't like Samsung. I'm a little bit biased, but I don't like pre-installed apps that I can't install.
Sure.
A little picky. So I've just been getting used to the feel of the new phone, and there's some things I like, some things I hate. You know how it goes.
It's going to be that way.
Yep, but still some programs I don't have installed yet because I keep forgetting about which ones I need.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we finished our meal.
Yep. And will you guys be trying to turn in?
Yeah. We said we'd be staying, so... Frick, we didn't get the little innkeeper lady's name, did we?
Nope, I don't think you did.
No. Because she just kind of was like, oh, you're here, and then hurried off to go do stuff.
Yes, she did.
So I try to kind of catch her attention and wave her over.
Okay, so after she's been looking at you guys from the counter.
Sure.
Oh, I moved the mouse so it doesn't go to sleep. There we go. TV, wake back up. There we go. For those of you who cannot see, we are on the gaming table, and I'm using a laptop with a TV built into the table so that I can multi-monitor to that, and then he can see the map.
Yes.
So we have a TV built into our table, and that is our map. And that works. Okay,
Works
so
fantastically.
yeah, it works pretty well. I was happy I got that screen for free. They're throwing it away, and I can't believe it. It works fine.
People are dumb.
They didn't have a remote, so I bought one on Amazon for $10.
Wait, they were throwing away the TV because they couldn't find the remote.
Maybe it was an old couple.
Oh, okay.
So they just didn't understand that there's side buttons where you can just buy a universal remote like this one. Yeah. As I hold up the remote to show everyone that's listening with their ears. Watch closely with those ears, people. You never know what you're gonna miss.
Yeah, I mean, we might smell something. You don't know.
Exactly, and you're not going to be part of that if you don't pay attention. So shame on all of you. Okay, so she hurries on over and says, "Oh yes, how can I help you? Was the meal good?"
Oh, it was delicious. Everything was fantastic. Thank you so much. We were hoping to get a place to stay tonight. Do you have a room available?
Oh, I will make a room available. Don't worry about it.
Don't go to any extra trouble, please. I didn't get your name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, call me Glenda.
Glenda. It's nice to meet you, Glenda.
Yeah, and don't worry about the last name.
You haven't come up with a last name?
Oh, I have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Not talking to your characters is a DM. It's Snifflebottom. I'll just play a joke on Rumplebottom.
Oh, for sure.
Because we haven't visited that town in a long time.
Oh, this is true.
A tribute to Rumplebottom.
I raise a glass. Today's gone by.
Glass raised. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Today we're drinking Jameson Black Barrel. And it's wonderful. That's a very good taste. And I did end up buying some of the Suntory Toki.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
Right?
Costco was about to stop selling it, so they put them all on sale for like $20.
Add to cart. Add to cart.
Right? So good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's easily one of the smoothest whiskeys I've had. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I can keep saying the words really good, but I don't have the thesaurus in my head on right now.
No,
So I'll use my third grade vocabulary.
No, it's a very light whiskey on the palate.
Yeah, it didn't have a kick.
There's a hint of sweetness, a little spice on the back end.
A little bit of grass flavor, a tiny bit. Not
Yeah,
bad, not in a bad way, a good way.
Almost like herbal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's the kind of scent you get from it. A little bit of the aftertaste that lingers.
but it's a very clean drink.
Mm-hmm. There was like no burn.
Yeah,
And this one has a little bit of kick.
right.
Yeah,
This is a little darker, a little more robust, I
Mhm.
think is the word.
but this one I think has a richer flavor.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the Black Barrel definitely has a rich flavor. That's how I describe it. It's like regular Jameson, but harder, like thicker,
Like more betterer.
more betterer, much or more betterer. That's a good way to advertise it. The much or more betterer whiskey.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Hashtag not sponsor. I just love Jameson.
Anyways, so yeah, I want to make arrangements for a room for the night. I'll go ahead and leave a gold on the table.
Yep. And she's disappeared for a couple minutes, but then she's come back down, and then she gives you a key to a room.
Okay.
Yep. And she says, "Oh, I might be wrong, but weren't there more of you?"
Yes, that's actually part of the reason that we're on this little trek. Our half-orc friend, Hey You, fell in battle, and we're looking for a way to remedy that.
Oh, that's too bad. We have some. Well, there's actually a couple of orc kids, well, half orcs, I suppose, just down the street that were actually looking forward to meeting him.
Ah. Well, as I say, it's
More of an idol to them, just something to look up to.
sure.
They've
sure.
heard stories of one that became really, really famous.
Tell you what,
Most people
If we
don't look
pull
up
this
to half
off-
orcs.
if we pull this off and we can bring our friend back, we'll come back through town. That's the best I can do right now.
Well, that'd be splendid. We much appreciate it, and our doors are open to your party all the time.
Sure thing. Thanks, Glenda.
And make sure you don't mix with too many other crowds in the other cities, because some of them might. Let's see. There's some weird people in other cities. Who knows?
Oh,
Well, we're by far the best one that you'll come across, I think, in our cozy little town.
Well, I appreciate the warning. I'm pretty sure we can handle ourselves. And I just kind of look at Laya. Like, yeah, we can handle some people. And then I assume there's like a number or something on the key.
Yeah, it just has a number on the kind of carved into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like you're in room 5.
we head up to room 5. And I think just out of habit, I would probably stay awake for a while, maybe drink some more ale, while Laya does her meditation for 4 hours, and then I'll hit the sack, get some sleep. That way, like, we're not really on watch, but like neither of us is getting caught unawares.
Yeah. And the room is a pretty small room. It's not a big room.
Sure.
Like, there's enough room. The girls are doing something. There's enough room on the bed, maybe for 2 people. Kind of like a smaller, like a full size bed, basically.
Oh, okay.
Not queen size, not king size, more like a full size.
Mhm.
And here you have like just a little nightstand, and on it there's a basket there's a lantern on the nightstand, but there's also a basket that just has some pine cones thrown in it.
Okay.
Just to kind of, there's a little bit of a smell in the room, so you assume that's probably from where they're doing it.
Oh, okay.
The ultimate cover up.
All right. So yeah, we tuck in for the night, I guess.
Yeah. You go to sleep, and let's see. She only sleeps for 4 hours, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll me a random luck check.
Random luck check. That is a 17.
Okay, nothing really happens throughout this night.
I mean, I'm not lying. It's right there.
Oh yeah, I believe you on that. Metal dice are very kind. They really are. I've had several good rolls, like the D12 I always roll when we're in combat, and I don't think I've ever rolled lower than 11
I think you hit a 10
for the damage
once.
dice. Did I hit a 10 once on the
Yeah.
damage? Okay. But I normally roll pretty good on those.
Yeah. No, Barnar is an absolute savage, and I love it.
For the sheer, except for any kind of ability check.
Oh, sure.
The trash rolls in all this.
Where's a bard when you need him?
Oh, sweet mercy. Somehow I did really well on that charisma check. The one time I roll well, I like that. Alright, so the morning starts rolling around, and you do see, what's it, like, when you open the door, then the boy's standing there outside, and he has a tray that has some food on it.
All right. I'm startled again because I'm not used to celebrity. I'm like, oh, hi. What the?
Now you
How
imagine,
have you been standing there?
you're like, oh, not very long. No, I just brought it up. It's still warm. We figured the light's going through the window. Maybe you're waking up about now.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess we'll just eat in here, or are we meant to take it downstairs? Like, what's the idea here?
But you can eat in here if you want to. It's that way you don't get crowded.
Oh, sure.
There's
Sorry,
a
I'm
few
still
people
not
down
used
there.
to people knowing who I am.
He-
What's your name, little dude?
People just call me Philly.
Philly.
But he looks down the hallway. He's like, a few people have heard that you came here, and they know who you are. So there's a few people downstairs.
And by a few, you mean...
Standing room.
Uh-huh.
There might be a shop outside or two. He says as he looks to the side a little bit. That you probably remember the clamoring sounds coming from outside the door.
Mm. All right. So, Laya has already been awake,
Yeah, she's been awake for hours.
doing whatever it is she does. Probably not really practicing the new spell, but like making sure she has the incantation right, and she has the the verbal and the somatic components right separately.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that when she goes to cast the spell later on, she's got it.
Yep. And you see your familiar has been up for the past hour just reading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For some reason, he's making me nervous lately. But anyways,
some fun times.
So yeah, we eat our breakfast. And then...
This is the other one. I have one note installed on something. No, I think I'll find it later.
And then I guess we head downstairs. I do warn Laya, like, hey, Philly over here said that there might be a crowd down there. And she's just like, okay.
And yeah, you go down and you see several people. Are you just going straight downstairs into the group?
Yeah, I think we'll go downstairs. Like, we're just here to be about our business. Like, I'm not trying to make a show of it or anything.
Yeah, you see, what's her name? Glenda?
Glenda, yeah.
Yeah, you see Glenda holding a sign that says max occupancy, and then she is walking out the door with it, and she's like kind of fastening it above the door, and then shooing people away. And then she's like, if you're going to be in here, you have to buy something. Otherwise, get out. And there's just several people that are just, looks like they're just hanging out or waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just not buying anything.
Sure.
And as you're going down, a few people start looking over and noticing you, and then several people start making their way towards you.
Okay. I clock that, and can I ask for an insight check again to see what they're about?
Sure.
Oh, that's a 5.
They all look like just fans. They all look like fans, and maybe some businessmen.
Mm-hmm.
With, of course, no ill intentions or anything.
Sure. I'll just kind of give them a nod, like, morning, gentlemen.
And as you're talking to them, you do, because of a bad roll, you do feel what might be someone's hand on your waist.
No. Oh, no. Let's see here.
When you...
Reaction, I grab my balls. So as they're reaching for me, it just passes right through.
Okay, I was about to say, which ones?
No,
they're not doing that.
My balls are phasing. And
Okay.
I can use that.
So you see what looks to be a teenager with a kind of a ratty looking hood, kind of just over his head, fall forward, fall through you, and then hit the ground and look around really quick.
Okay.
Then he scampers up to his feet and starts trying to run out the door.
I grab him by the hood.
Okay, so let's see. That's more of a grapple, so I guess just a contested strength. I'm rolling really badly with this today, so you're going to beat me.
Okay, so
He has a commoner stat.
Do you want contested strength, or do you want a dexterity to grab the hood?
Since he's trying to run away, it'd be a strength, I think.
All right, fair enough.
You rolled a 13 on the dice.
What is my strength? Oh, there it is. 8.
So the hood rips a bit, and he just slips his arms out through it and continues to run.
Okay, do I have anything here? No. I was gonna get that spell, but then I didn't.
Yeah, mage hand.
Yeah, but that can't do anything more than 10 pounds.
That's true.
Um,
It'd be cool if they had a super mage hand.
right?
That's what the world needs.
I think that's just like telekinesis or something. Oh, here we go. I'll use shape water to splash some water onto the floor and try to make him slip.
Okay. What would he have to roll? Is that
I'm just
for that kind of
it's just
save?
a cantrip to throw water on the floor. So maybe give him a deck save.
Yeah, like for water on the floor, maybe like a 12 DC or something.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
You rolled a 3. I'm not rolling well with these dice.
All right.
Okay, so he rolls a 3. He does slip on it, smacks his face into the ground.
Okay. I go up and I haul him up by his scruff.
Takes 2 damage.
And I'd be like, so let me get this straight. You heard that me and my friend were in town, and your first instinct was to try to rob me?
So he looks like his eyes are in a panic right now.
Sure.
You see him; his eyes are darting back between different exit points in the room right now.
Mm-hmm. I already know all the exit points.
Yeah, well, he's going. I thought that you wouldn't. I thought you wouldn't know. I wouldn't miss it. You must be rich, right?
Is your taco even spicy? And that's
what's a taco?
That's Thieves' Cant for "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yeah, he would know it. He does know it.
So I see the recognition in his eyes.
Yeah, he recognizes what you say.
All right.
He's like, I thought you were just a paladin.
I
saw your gauntlet.
I drop him, I dust him off, and as I do, I relieve him of anything that he's carrying.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. You got it, buddy. That's a 12 plus infinity is 27.
I was going to say 16 DC. Basically, if you're nat 1, then you'd fail. Oh, yeah, you have a high dexterity. So, yeah, you grabbed his wallet, you grabbed the side pouch that he has, a few extra things in it he's thrown into it. Mm-hmm. And there was also a very short dagger. It's like more like a large letter opener.
Okay.
Not really long enough to be a dagger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, more like a handy tool. Almost.
Yeah, like a paring knife.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
So.
That's all he had on him.
That's all he had on him. I'm like, now you know. Leave with your life and my warning. And then I just kind of nudge him towards the door.
And then you see several people around you start clapping. Like one guy starts a slow clap. Like one dude is just standing off right behind you guys. Starts a slow clap, and he's alone for a few seconds.
And then people joined in.
A couple of people joined in. A couple of merchants. They're saying, "Yes, we support him. Yes." Like they're all nodding and standing up really tall. One of them kind of holds a sign up.
Sign?
His shop name.
Oh, okay.
Terrible people.
Oh, that's great.
And the kid, and the kid was looking back and forth as he goes by one of the merchants that's looking at you. He does grab a wallet from his pouch, from his pocket.
Oh, he grabs his wallet?
Grabs the merchant's wallet.
Oh.
Just kind of like looks behind, just slips it out, and then slips it into his pocket. And then he feels his other pocket, panics, and then keeps going out the door.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just gonna let that resolve. Let him leave. And then they're like, "Well, this is weird. What are you all doing here? Is the breakfast here really good or something? Like, what am I missing?"
You see one of the people that is dressed in slightly better clothing than the rest of them. Mm-hmm. That really gives you the same vibe that the mayor of Vandalin did.
Oh, goody.
He really gives you that kind of definitely that kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has a cape
Okay.
that has a frill at the top of it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And yeah, he walks up to you proudly. He says, "Oh, sir, we heard you were coming to grace your presence in our town, and we wanted to humbly come and pay tribute to you. And of course, just a few of these merchants wanted to show you whatever we have to offer to such great warriors as yourselves."
I see. And I can see from your very fancy cape, and I roll my eyes so hard when I say fancy.
And he's like, "Well, thank you for noticing, sir.
Are
You have
you
impeccable taste, as we've heard legends of your glorious armor."
are you meant to be some kind of person of import in this town?
"Oh, yeah, well, you can call me the mayor of sorts. Some people would call me a burgomaster. That's my proper title here."
Okay, Mr. Burger King. I think we do have a time-sensitive mission that we're on. We weren't planning on spending a whole lot of time in this town, so... And then, like, his better judgment is kind of weighing in. He's like, but if there are merchants, that means there's money. And if there's money, that means I can do roguey things. And he's just kind of pondering this for a second. So I'm going to give myself a wisdom check here to
For
see
that gambling habit.
to see if I'm going to be the rogue or the paladin in this particular moment. 14, cooler heads prevail. So I was saying anything below 12 was going to be I go
You
full
give
rogue
in.
in this town and just take them for all they're worth.
Which would be fun to see.
It would be fun to see. So maybe I'll do that anyway. No, I can't respect the dice. So I'll just say, like, we were trying to be on our way. We do have a time-sensitive quest that we're on. Is there anything immediately interesting that could benefit my friends and I in this way?
So he stops and thinks for a second, and he says, "Well, we could certainly help you spread word of your legend and your mission. We
Pass.
are right in the middle of a trade route. Do you need us to get word out for something?"
I can't imagine. We're just trying to find the Archwizard. We need to ask a favor of him.
"Oh, I'm sure we can. There's probably someone that's heading that direction. If they
Yeah,
can tell you
we
where he's
are.
going, where he is." I mean, here in town we have lots of trade routes, or lots of people just coming to trade and coming and going from different cities.
Sure.
Like, this is probably the main trade stop on this road right over to Neverwinter.
Oh yeah, we've been to Neverwinter.
Yeah, we've heard, and we're very thankful. Thank you very much for your service, or we might not be here today.
Yes. Happy to help, I suppose. I didn't realize that the effects of our actions had been so far-reaching.
Oh, the soldiers there, when they've traveled, they've come and told us all of the tales of your glory.
Ah, I see.
Yes, so we are very humbled by your presence here, sir.
Yes. I suppose soldiers would be tale tellers in this sense. Well, as I said, we do need to be going.
Well, on your way out, why don't you could always stop by our game hall on your way out if you so please. I know
Game
it's
hall,
time
you say?
sensitive, but on your way back you could also stop by. We're a trade well, like I said, we have a lot of people come in from different cities, and it's the perfect opportunity. I'm not going to lie. This is the best place to do that here. We're just far enough from the major cities where they like our town for this.
Are you telling me that you made a Vegas?
No, just one nice building for it.
Just one nice casino?
One nice casino. Kind of like the equivalent of an Indian casino here in California,
Oh, okay.
where it's just like one every once in a while.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right, then,
But
another wisdom roll. This one's gonna be worse. I'm setting the DC at 14.
And would Laya be trying to stop you in any way?
I think she would be aware of my gambling proclivities. So she'd probably say something like, "No, we have to get going. Remember, hey you, Archwizard, ticking clock, the guy in the cave." Like she's not trying to give these people more gasoline to put on the fire of this legend, but she is trying to remind me of the Dracolich.
And roll a quick little stealth check. Not for something that's happening to you.
Oh sure.
Okay, he's pretty obvious. You're familiar. He is on the floor, and you see him crawling up the pant leg of this person.
Okay, Mage Hand, grab him. And wisdom roll.
He sends you a message in your head that he wanted to collect some hair.
Why are you so weird today?
For a
That
slight
was
experiment.
So, with Laya trying to help me, would you say that that's advantage on the roll?
With Laya, like, whispering in your ear, like, don't do this, all that, trying to keep you in your own head, then I'd say that's good for a help action.
Okay. Because that first roll was a natural one.
Really?
Yeah. Second roll.
Yeah, if she's
Natural
trying to
20.
talk you out of it. What? A nat 20? Wow, that's a crazy difference. Going from a nat 1 to a nat 20?
Yeah. So, like, when he said gaming hall,
Yours did a double take on that.
my mouth, like, immediately started to water. My coin purse suddenly felt like I was very aware of it, you know?
It's like, I do have some gold.
And
We've never
then
spent gold in this game.
when she said, "Hey you," and the cave, I'm just like, "Oh yeah, right, nope, gotta go right now." I'm like, "All right, well, thank you, Mr. Burger King. We do need to be on our way. We have a long road ahead of us.
Yeah.
Last information we had was taking us east, so we're gonna be heading that way."
Well, we wish you luck, good sirs, on your quest, and on your way back, be sure to stop by. Our town is definitely happy to have you here. And, well, I'm going to hire a bard or two, and we will see if we can spread the word of your greatness.
Do whatever you want.
We have one
could not
promising bard named Larry. That he's a silly fellow. You know where this joke is going.
I know exactly where this joke was going as soon as you said the name.
But you can keep an eye out for him. He's been very eager to meet you.
Is he any good? Is he just in training? What? Tell me about Larry just a little bit.
He takes a deep breath. Yes.
I don't believe that for a second. And even Laya would pick up on, like, okay, come on, guy.
He didn't give an answer to any specific one of those questions.
Mm-hmm. All right.
He's
dual
pretty
insight
good for
checks.
being in training. Huh?
Dual insight checks.
Both of you roll an insight.
Got 11 and a 12. My insight's garbage. Hers is on the sheet here. Oh my gosh, why has she not been rolling insight? She has +8.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a 19 for her.
I forget that stat. That stat number for her is ridiculous.
I don't know why.
She's a ranger. Right? Why?
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
Elf, I guess?
That's what she put her points into. Maybe there was like one spell she wanted to do really well, and then it just kind of built up.
Well, I think because Insight's wisdom-based, and then because Ranger, her wisdom has been naturally going up.
Mm-hmm. And most spells that she would have would be with that stat, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why she focused on it.
So anyways, 19.
Yeah. You can definitely tell he's full of it with the yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you might have a sense that he might be somewhat of a town annoyance.
Okay. So with that insight, Laya's just going to look at him and say, no. And then we turn and walk out.
Alright, so you guys walk out and you see a man with an accordion sitting in a chair next to the door. He's bald, and he is a half-orc that's green.
Oh, that's great.
And he has a hairbrush in his pocket.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to regret this. You get a point of DM inspiration.
Yes! I can screw you all over.
One time, with one die roll.
One time. Yes, Larry the Cucumber is in the game.
Oh, that's great.
At least a version of him. Who says we can't make vegetables characters? Oop.
Move the mouse.
Computer's waking back up because I didn't touch it for a long time.
All right, so I guess we saddle up our horse and we ride it through the city.
Yep, so you gotta start going through the city. You do see similar experiences of similar types of people going out through the city. You do see or like those storage wagons, just merchant wagons.
Sure.
On both sides of it. Some are empty, some are loading up, some are... It looks like a lot of people are just kind of doing their normal merchant thing.
Sure.
And it's pretty busy. But you do see some people here and there that have recognized you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody selling, like, rations, trail supplies, stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a feed shop.
Okay.
You see a bunch of different horses tied up on poles outside of one building.
Okay. Then I will probably stop there real quick, buy some food for the road, and then we'll...
The shop has a sign over it that says full mule.
Full mule.
And it has a picture of a really fat donkey on it.
Nice. All right. So, I buy some feed and some packs of rations for us, and then head out.
Yes. Yep, so you guys have all your food, you've restocked, and just heading outside the town, continuing on east.
Continuing east.
Are you staying on the road?
Yeah,
So-
I think we'll stick to the road, at least for now. Can you zoom out a little bit?
Let me drag up.
Yeah. Because we were meant to go east past that Evermore's place to Silvery Wind, right?
Correct.
Okay, then yeah. We'll just stay
Silvery
on
Wind.
this Tribord Trail, and then it looks like it changes names to the Evermore Way.
Yep, because now you're going next to the Evermores.
Oh, okay.
So the Tribord Trail has ended pretty much, and then you have a small in-between road, or I guess it's a big, it's like a paved road that goes in between two cities, between Tribor and Yartar.
Okay.
And that's like 30 miles distance, or 20 to 30 miles distance between them. It's
Okay.
not very... I can zoom out and just check on that real quick. Okay. So that's more like 30 to 50.
Yeah. So, like, we could make it in a day.
Yeah.
All
You guys probably make that travel between the cities in a day. You're officially past the Tribor Trail, farther than you've ever been before.
One more step, and it's the farthest from home I've ever been.
Yes, it's true. Why have they never walked outside of the farm? Hobbits are not very curious people. At all.
No.
So, to the north, you see a lot of you see a couple of rivers, and you see a big grassy plain with, that just seems to keep going for miles.
Mm-hmm.
And in the distance, you can kind of see some hills and mountains in the distance.
Sure.
There's a river that looks like it's coming up from down south as well. And you can't see much of that, though, because there are a lot of hills in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But the north is pretty much all clear to see, other than where those hills begin.
All right. So,
But what
I'm
you
gonna
are
be a
in
little
is
more
the Desserin Valley.
wary of people going forward, because I'm just like, that was weird. I don't like being famous. I mean,
Not many rogues choose a route of paladin. What's even rarer is if one chooses a monk or something secluded. Like,
a rogue mixed with a dex-based monk,
right?
that could be so powerful.
That would be ridiculous.
Like, imagine Stunning Strike and Sneak Attack playing nicely together. That could work so well.
Yeah. There are some classes where they're just way too overpowered for fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just ridiculous how strong the old one is for a barbarian fighter.
Oh, for sure.
It's just not fair. That was me, like, trying to not use any extra attacks that you would have to do by will. By choice. That was just everything that he has to do in one turn.
All right, so, yeah, we'll head down the road towards Yartar.
Okay.
And what do we see when we get there?
Well, when you guys get
Or
to...
when we get on the way, does anything happen in between?
I'm going to roll luck check.
All right.
Ooh. I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18. He's pulling out the expanded monster manual. He's turning to a random page. I'm narrating everything that you're doing because this is an audio-only format.
Where'd he go? I had this. Oh, there we go. It's way back near the beginning. There we go. Okay, so when you're getting close to the city, it's in the distance. You can see it. It looks like it's a few miles away still.
Okay.
There's a few hills and several rocks outside those hills that look like large boulders that possibly rolled down from those in the past.
Sure.
And then you hear a lot of crunching sounds and sloshing sounds coming from the hills.
Crunching and sloshing.
Coming from just off the road ahead of you.
I will turn and try to perceive in some way what the source of that sound is.
Alright, so you see what looks like... oh yeah, give me a perception roll.
I will gladly give you perception rolls. Because there's 3 of us. Alright, so I got a 17. Lia got a 19. And Stodgy rolled a natural 3, so he's asleep again.
Okay.
He just loves his afternoon naps.
Yeah, you definitely see a tail whipping about.
Tape.
And it looks like it's attached... It's like flicking up behind this large boulder.
Okay.
It looks like a large scaly tail, like almost like a very big alligator.
Okay.
And then at the base of that tail, you do see a hoof.
A hoof at the base of the tail.
Yes. Like, the foot of this creature looks like it might be a hoof.
Okay.
Like a horse, kind of.
So like a horse with an alligator tail.
Kind of. That's what you can see from here. The rest of the body is hidden.
Okay. How far away is it, and has it noticed us?
It's just off the trail. Like, you're within 30 feet of where you can see, where you can hear the sound and see it.
Okay, but he's kind of like behind a boulder a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. How
do you proceed?
You know what?
And would you like refill on your whiskey?
Yes. Yes, please.
Let me use one of these cards. Just placeholder. There. As that's heard in the microphone. Look, set it down.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. All right. Here's how we're going to proceed. Lia is going to cast Pass Without Trace. We are going to stealth it up and see what this critter is all about.
Okay. And for that, I don't think you need to roll for it at all, right?
No, it gives us plus 10 to our stealth checks.
And with you, that's pretty much a sure thing.
Yeah.
But for her roll.
Her stealth is actually a plus 8.
Really?
Yeah.
For her? Wow.
Because she's got a maxed out dex score as well.
Oh, wow. Like, it's not your dex score, but it's pretty high still.
Yeah, because she took proficiency in it. So, wait. Actually, with her proficiency bonus going up, it's actually a plus 10.
And then the Pass Without Trace, so it'd be
Gives us another plus 10.
Yeah.
So, if she
Okay,
rolls
so
a
roll and
natural...
see if you get a nat 1.
All right. Even if she rolls a nat 1, that's a 21 stealth.
Yeah, but nat 1 is
But
just
nat
an
1 is nat
outright
1.
fail.
I know. But just mathematically, it's interesting.
Oh yeah, then it's still the only way you can fail this is a nat 1.
Okay, nobody got a nat 1.
Awesome. So you kind of go a little bit further down the road quietly, even on the horses. Somehow they're
My
tiptoeing.
stealth check was 35, by the way.
Just barely beat it. Because it has a really good wisdom.
Oh. Well, then
Its
let me...
perception is a plus 13.
Oh, wow. Okay, because Stodgy gets plus
It's
4
not
to
going to
stealth.
beat that.
Yeah, Stodgy only gets plus 4 to stealth, but he rolled a natural 13, so that's a 17.
Yeah. So it's a good thing she has that spell.
Yeah, it's a really good thing.
Okay, so you can see as you move more around this boulder, the horses are tiptoeing, and somehow you've trained them to do this. Maybe
Yes.
they just got nervous.
Well, because mine is the fine steed, so I have mental link with him.
Yep. So you see some wings on the back of this creature as you keep going around, and they look almost like smaller versions of dragon wings that look like they're a bit ripped up and torn about.
Okay.
And those are more or less just laying on its back. And you see one head kind of poke up and look down, but the chomping noises don't stop.
Okay.
And then it goes back down, and the chomping noises increase.
Okay.
The head that poked up looked somewhat like a lion.
So, I mean, ostensibly, we could just move on and let this thing have its dinner. And that would be the
If you so
smart
choose.
thing. What would that be the fun thing? What would it be, a nature check to figure out what this thing is? Or to see if we know what this thing is?
Yeah, I think nature would be the best way to do it.
All right. Wow, those are good rolls. My nature is only a +2, so that's a 17. And then Laya, the ranger, getting an 18 on the dice with a +4.
I was going to set the
Actually,
DC at 18 to see if you know what this is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she got an 18 on the dice.
Perfect. Then she knows what it is. So as a elf that's been around the coast area, she's been in the wilderness a few times, but she's pretty old and she's heard different stories about different kinds of creatures, especially as a ranger. And she would know that this is a chimera.
A chimera.
But it looks pretty old. It's a lot larger than ones that she's that she's heard of.
Okay.
Like it's bigger than your horse.
And my fine steed was a pretty big horse, if I recall.
Yeah. So it's pretty good size.
Okay.
Classified as a huge monstrosity.
All right. Well, I don't think we want this thing running around as close to town as I'm imagining we are. Because you said we were kind of getting close to Yartar, right?
Yeah, you're pretty close to it. It's within the distance.
Okay.
It's about from her nature check, she'd be able to tell it's about twice the size of the normal chimera that she would have heard of.
Okay. And then she could use message to relay that information to me.
Yeah, so you don't actually have to talk.
Right. Love having magic. And then
and you guys would also probably be in a good enough position where you could see a pair of boots on the ground underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely can't have that. So let's go ahead and do some attacky attacks. Clickety clackety roll to
If you
attack.
choose.
All right. So we said we weren't traveling in armor. How's that going to affect things like? I'm going to have to recalculate my AC real quick.
Let's see. Oh, it would just be basically what your AC is on the thing without your armor added to it.
Yeah.
Isn't AC no.
The dragon scale armor makes it 18 plus my dex, and then I have +2 for my shield.
Wouldn't it be dexterity plus proficiency?
I think it's 10 plus dex.
Can't remember.
Plus, no, you don't get proficiency for AC.
There's a lot of different stats in this game.
Yeah. So I think that would bring my AC down to 15, but with +2 if I'm using my shield.
Yeah. And that would be just sitting on the side of the horse. You'd probably be able to grab it pretty quick.
Yeah. So that would be...
What, 17?
17 for me, 16 for Laya, if I'm doing the math right. Because she's not wearing her armor either.
Mm-hmm. You mean you're mortals?
Yeah,
that are pretty much unable to fail a hit attack.
We're squishy flesh people. This is weird. I'm not gonna like this afterwards.
Luckily, you're nearby a town.
We are nearby a town. All right. So, oh, you said it's a monstrosity,
Yeah.
not a fiend.
Nope.
Shucks. I was thinking for extra smites.
Unfortunately, no. It is chaotic evil.
It is chaotic evil.
If
All right,
that
I mean,
helps
like,
at all.
I was already gonna roll initiative and like start attacking, but
He got a 12. Oh no, he hasn't noticed you.
yeah. So
You guys are very stealthy, so he can't roll initiative yet.
all right, I am going to. Yep. I had an idea, and I rolled to see if I thought it was a good idea. I rolled a natural 1. So
Great idea.
I am going to pull out my Flaming Raging Poisonous Sword of Doom.
Best idea ever.
I am going to wield it in one hand along with my shield. And I am going to run up stealthily and take a couple of cracks at it.
Okay.
And because the Flaming Raging Poisonous Sword of Doom is not a finesse weapon by any stretch,
It is not.
I'm not
Although
going to
it
get
is
sneak
versatile.
attack. It is versatile, but I'm not going to get sneak attack off of it.
Basically like a longsword.
Yeah. Would you give me advantage on these attacks?
He doesn't know you're
Or at least
there,
on the
but
first
it's not I'm gonna roll for it. 10 or higher, I'll give it to you.
All right.
10 exactly. Okay, I'll give it to you. Advantage
All right.
on the first attack.
Hell yeah.
Because it's not a finesse weapon, but you are being stealthy.
I'm being stealthy. I'm attacking it from behind while it's eating.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to do that, and then I'll have Laya take her action immediately after.
Yep. So she's prepared in action. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 19 on the dice.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and chuck a 3rd level smite on that. And where's my dice?
Since it's not a fiend or a demon of any kind, it's not gonna do any kind of extra, like on top of its normal damage.
Right. But where is my sword? My printout for my sword is gone. So like all the extra little things I don't have. Shucks. Alright. I'll just use it vanilla. It's fine. So it's 7d10 plus 3.
It was a ridiculous amount of d6s. I remember that.
D10s.
D10. Oh yeah, D10s. It was a ridiculous amount of them.
And then... Frick, what does my smite do? It has been so long, I literally don't remember how much damage a Divine Smite does.
I can look for this. 'Cause I have Google. Dungeons and Dragons 5e Divine Smite. Forum. I don't want a forum. I just want to know the stats on this. Okay, roll 20 Paladin. I'm looking for that's Divine Health, Divine Sense, Divine Smite.
I have a lot of divine things.
Right? Yes, you do. And of course, it doesn't want to just tell me. That I'm gonna kick it back towards you.
Hit the cord.
Did not. Oh, dang. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I would have to get that.
5e Divine Smite. Okay, there we go. I found D&D Beyond.
Hooray.
Damage is 2d8. Wait. So you can expend one spell slot to deal damage, radiant damage to the target. In addition to the weapons damage, the extra damage is 2d8 for a first level slot, or plus 1d8 for each slot higher than that.
Okay, so I said third level, so I'm going to do 4d8.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7d10 plus 48 plus 3.
48 plus 3? I'm trying to get my calculator on. Okay. I have a number. So, and this is with your sword.
Yeah.
Where are you hitting on it? Are you hitting his tail, just back, what?
I guess I would just go for, this is just on the first attack, and I have extra attacks, so I'm going to get a second one.
Mm.
I'm just going to go for a horizontal slash kind of across the hindquarters.
Okay. So you sear across it. You do burn some of the fur as it goes across.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely has noticed you now. It
Sure.
rears its head in your one of its head in your direction, and the other one looks around in the other direction on the other side of it.
So that's 20.
So the three heads are now looking in different directions. One's looking at you.
40, 52, 55 damage on the first hit.
On the first hit?
Yeah. And then I'm going to roll for my second attack.
Hit.
That is a 21 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right. And then I will... I'll only do a first level smite on this one.
Yeah. And this is what he looks like.
Nice.
Because now you can fully see him.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I'm seeing some zeros on here. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 8, plus 3, 51 damage on the second hit.
51 damage. Okay.
And I'll go ahead and mark off those spell slots. And then Laya is going to take her turn, and since it is alerted at this point...
Now we're going to roll a quick initiative since you attacked him.
Oh, okay. I thought she would get a surprise attack.
Are you guys
also.
like doing it at the same time?
Yeah,
like
kinda.
combo attack?
Yeah, like I just kind of ran up and did what I was going to do, and I imagined she would roll her eyes, pull out her bow, and fire a shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll get it, because it's not like a prepared thing, or it's not like going in order.
Yeah, you said that she had read it in action.
Yeah, like she readied it. Yeah, you're right.
So, one attack. Oof, that's a 5 on the dice. With her bow, that's a +6, so it's an 11.
Miss.
How's that only a +6?
She missed something that's right in front of her and huge.
Yeah. All right, so that happens.
Yep.
And then initiatives.
Yep, roll initiative.
You got.
You got 16.
Okay, so that is 10 for me. 19 for... No, I take that back. 13 for Laya. And then Stodgy got a 16.
Okay, so Stodgy met him. So Stodgy is the 2.
Okay.
You got 13?
Yes.
So you are the 3.
Okay.
And Laya would be the 4th or 10?
No, I had 10. Sorry. So
Oh, you
that
had
would
10.
be 3,
Laya's
and
a
then
3.
my 10, so that's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Since Laya is a 10th level ranger and a 4th level Eldritch Knight, I was just looking to make sure I didn't miss a feature or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She has a feature called Hide in Plain Sight, starting at 10th level in this class.
Yeah, I remember when she got that.
What?
I remember when she got that, yeah. When you got to that level, I was reading up on like what
I
she
read
would
about
get.
it, yeah. So she can spend a minute creating camouflage, and then she gets a +10 to stealth as long as she's not moving or taking actions.
Okay, so it's 6 seconds a turn normally, so if she takes 10 turns, then she'd be able to make it?
Yeah. Or, like, it would be a out-of-combat thing.
I hear the door.
What?
Thought I heard the door, but that can't be.
Yeah.
That might just be the girls jumping.
The door's all the way over there.
Right? I couldn't have heard it from here.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. Each person has their dice.
yes.
And with this, it's first with its 16 on the dice.
Yep.
Wait, Stodgy had 16 also?
No. He had like 15 or something.
Oh,
Or
okay.
14.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was 16 over here. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so it gets multi-attack.
Yep.
It's going to attack you because you are, of course, right next to it.
Yep.
So, starting with the dragon head bite. So it turns around, it's facing you. It's going to attack with the head. Rolls 4 plus 11. So 15.
That's a miss.
Miss, okay. First one's a miss. Next one, so the dragon's head looks at you, snaps, and it misses.
Mm-hmm.
You dodge out of the way. The lion's head snaps at you.
Okay.
Okay, that one was failed because it landed on a card, and somehow I missed the tray entirely.
Huh.
But it would have been an 18. Instead, I got an 8 plus 11. So, 19.
Shield.
Oh, yeah. No, doesn't it only bring up 17?
No, I'm using the shield spell
Oh, perfect.
with my reaction to bring my AC up to
So it
22
does-
for the round.
Yeah, so it blocks 6. That adds
Yeah.
a decent chunk. Okay. So you have DC at 22, so that one misses. Good.
Yep.
And then the goat head is going to try and smack you with its horns.
Okay.
Rolled an 18 on the dice plus 11, so 29.
Yeah, fine, that hits.
I'll get one of these on you. No. Okay. So it's going to hit for 15.
Okay.
Then I can either.
I already
do
used my
the-
reaction, so I can't use Uncanny Dodge. So you said it hits for 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to use its. Let's see, for the last one, since it's facing toward you, it's going to use its claw. Rolled an 8 on the dice, plus 11. It's going to miss because you have a DC of 22 right now.
Correct.
Okay. And with that, it's not going to use any of its movement.
Right.
So it's going to stay there.
Okay. So next would
Next
be
would
Stodgy.
be Stodgy, yep.
All right. I'm pulling the damage dice out and setting them on his character sheet just in case. Okay. So let's see. I think he's going to go ahead and go for a multi-attack. He's going to go for the bitey bite first, and then the stingy sting.
Awesome.
So for the bite, that's a 19 on the dice, my dude.
Wow. That is going to hit.
That's a +4 to hit, so that's a 23.
It's definitely hitting.
Okay.
You hit that thing so hard.
So that's 4, 8, 9.
Here I can see that 4.
Yeah. And it's 44 plus 4, so that's 4, 8, 9, 13 damage. And then he's going to go for the sting attack. And so that's a 14.
How much was the first one?
It was 13 damage.
13 and 14?
And then 14 to hit.
14's going to miss.
Okay. So he's going to miss on the sting. But he is right up there, kind of fluttering around in its face.
Yeah. He's going to use a legendary action to use Lion's Roar.
Okay.
Because he uses those at the legendary action is taken at the end of another creature's turn.
Yep.
So that will cost him 2 actions, so he will miss out on 2 of his attacks for the next one.
Okay.
Or oh no, it takes 2 legendary actions.
Yeah, it takes 2 legendary
That's
actions,
right,
and then
okay.
those refresh at the start of his turn.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna take legendary action. So everyone needs to. He's gonna roar this loud, deafening roar
Mm-hmm.
burst through the air, and everybody within 120 feet must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Oof. Okay. Let's save some wisdom. Okay. So, Stodgy passes. I fail by 1.
What's your
And-
modifier even?
Yeah.
Hmm.
My saving throw to wisdom is a +0.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Stodgy got a 19 on the dice, so he's fine. He doesn't get anything for saving throw, which is weird. And then Laya's wisdom save is a +6, so she passes.
Okay, so only you fail.
Yep.
If a creature fails at saving throw by 5 or more, how much did you fail by? Only by 1?
Yep. 18 on the dice with 0 modifier.
So you're only frightened. You're not paralyzed.
Okay.
Perfect.
And frightened means that I can't move.
You cannot advance toward it in any way.
I can't advance towards it in any way, but I'm already in melee, so
Yeah.
way. And then I don't get like disadvantage or anything, do I?
No, I think it's just you cannot make any kind of movement towards it.
Okay.
You're not prone or anything. So.
I'll double check on that.
And you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Let's see. And if your saving throw is successful, then you're immune to that specific attack for the next 24 hours.
Okay. So they're good. The only one who can be affected is me.
Yeah. So you're afraid, but you're already next to it.
Mm-hmm. Conditions: frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source
it
of
is
its fear
disadvantage.
is within line of
I
sight.
kept on thinking prone.
The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Okay, so you do have disadvantage on your attacks then.
Right. All right. Well, that's fun.
It didn't say saving throw, right?
No. Attack rolls and ability checks while the source of its fear is within line of sight. So
Which
even if I'm attacking someone else, if I can see this thing, I have disadvantage.
Mm.
So that's fun.
But your wisdom saving throw does not have disadvantage, so.
Okay. So that's something.
Mhm.
All right. So that was Stodgy's turn. Laya is going to. Nice.
I flicked him over the frightened card. I have the essentials kit out just because the cards are wonderful.
Oh, the card has the description on the back.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, I have a thing for this.
All right. So, yeah, Laya's going to take a couple of longbow attacks at it. Because. Or would this be a chance to use her new spell?
Before the game started, she took a new spell for her birthday. This is the thing we do in our game. When it's your birthday, you get to pick a spell. And you just get to keep that spell, regardless of if you leveled up or not. Like a birthday present. So
That's like an extra spell known.
Yep, so now she knows Fireball.
Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and use a fireball here, my dude.
Yes!
But she's going to aim it behind the Chimera in a way that doesn't envelop me in it. Although, no.
Is she able to aim it that accurately?
Yeah, it says you can choose a point within range.
Nice. What's the range?
I don't have.
Because she's like 30 feet away.
I think it's like 100 feet.
Sweet. Is it?
We
I
have the
to move
Googles.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake up the computer again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Not 6E. That doesn't exist yet. 5E. Fireball.
5e Fireball. We're both looking it up. The bread and butter of all wizards.
Range 150 feet.
20-foot sphere.
Yeah, so she can choose any point within 150 feet, and each creature in a 20-foot sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. Target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Were you sure you didn't want to do this in the middle of your combat? Right in the middle.
Um,
Wow. Or do 8d6. Wow, okay.
Oh, wait. No, she wouldn't do that because Stodgy's right there. I'm really glad I didn't roll anything yet.
You didn't roll the attack yet.
No. So,
She don't want to do it anyways.
yeah, she wouldn't do it because Stodgy's right there. So we're going to go ahead and bonus action Hunter's Mark instead. And take a couple of swings with the old longbow. That's a natural 2.
That's going to miss.
And that's a natural 1.
She somehow stubs her toe when she's up on the horse still.
That's right, she never got off the damn horse.
She stubs her toe on a stirrup and has no idea how.
And she falls off the horse and lands prone. Probably takes a d4 damage.
I was about to say she just falls off. Wasn't going to give her any damage for it.
Okay.
That's bad enough, I think.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, no damage.
Wow.
I'll say she falls behind the horse.
Okay.
So at least she has a horse in front of her, a meat shield.
One more bad roll and that die is going in the freezer.
Yeah, I haven't rolled very good on these ones yet today.
Might switch over to the small gold one for life. All right, so that's her turn.
It's a good thing I'm not using my metal dice, because then I'd murder everybody terribly. Those always roll too well.
Right. All right, so that brings us back to my turn.
Mm-hmm. Not you. Wisdom saving throw.
At the end of the turn, right?
Oh, yes, you're right. It's the end.
Yep.
So attack, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just swing it. That's 4 on the first attack. Oh, that hurt. The first roll was a 19, second roll was a 5.
Oh, man.
So even with my +9 to hit, that's a 14.
Not going to hit. Just barely missed.
Not gonna hit. All right.
Just barely.
So that was my attack action.
You're going to be mad at yourself if you find out what the AC was.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll bonus action disengage and move 30 feet away, but in a different direction than where Laia is. So I'm kind of like
Okay, so it's
off at an
a
angle.
little bit angle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you successfully back away then.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, being a rogue.
Thank you, being a rogue.
Comes in really handy.
Oh yeah. All right. So that was my turn.
And your wisdom.
Oh, wisdom save.
Yeah,
right.
your wisdom save. See if you can stop being scared.
16.
Was it 19, right?
It was
with
19.
your mod. Oh, it's a +0, right?
I get a +0 mod.
Yeah, so you're still scared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but at least you are not paralyzed.
Yep.
Okay, so we're back up to. Oh, and did you want your mouse to do anything?
Oh, frick. We've been talking about him this whole session, and I completely forgot that he does stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll roll to see if he can shoot his little zap cannon at him.
Yeah, it was a D4 for his Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah. What was his plus to hit?
I think it was. Let me look in here.
It wouldn't be much, right? Like a 4 or a 5 or something.
Yeah, it wasn't high, that high. Let me see it in here.
Little rodent bastard rolled an 18 on the dice.
He rolled an 18. He hits. Mouse Chronomicon. I have it in one of my main points.
Yeah, there you go.
So he has a Dark Bless. He has Spare the Dying. Of course, he has Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
He has True Resurrection, but he has to sacrifice his life for it. He has Blindness and Deafness, and he has Bestow Curse.
Wait, he has Bestow Curse?
Yes. He has 4 charges on that. Or that uses up 4 charges, sorry. Because total, the book has 7 charges for a day.
Oh, okay.
4 charges is Bestow Curse.
Mm-hmm.
Caster fashions a small doll or figure and stabs it to bestow a curse. Target gets disadvantage on saves, ability checks, and attacks. Start of each turn is Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Nice. Okay.
It makes a little crude voodoo doll.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already rolled for the little Eldritch Blast, but that's good to know.
Yep.
All right. So that's 3 on the D4 for the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'm just going to set this down.
Because we did say it was a D4 because it's just a little dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 3 damage to the Chimera.
Okay, let me see. Times 3. Okay. Got it. And we're going back up to the top. We're back to the Chimera.
Yes.
Oh, no. No. She's going to do that for a minute because she's senile. She forgets everything. Except what time it is, apparently. Okay, so what's it going to do? So it still sees you right in front of it, and you're the only one that's really hit it other than Stodgy.
No, I ran. I ran 30 feet away.
Yeah, you ran. You're not near it anymore. Okay, so it's going to do it. Let me spray that dog or something. 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. So it's going to use its first attack from the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Its dragon head inhales a deep breath, and then it lets out fire.
Okay.
In a 30-foot cone.
So that's barely going to hit me.
Yep, and then, let's see. Yep, it's just a 30-foot cone, so it just barely hits you where you are.
Okay.
And you weren't like right next to her. You were just off. You were off to a different
Yeah,
thing, so it won't hit her.
Yeah, I went kind of like almost 90 degrees from where she was to where I am.
Yeah, it's a good thing you specified that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have her chart it.
I know.
Okay, so you need to make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, tell the rogue to make a dex save, why don't you?
Right. So nat 1. 20?
20.
Holy crap.
I take a no damage.
You take no damage. You're lucky. That was going to be 63 if you failed.
Well, also I have evasion.
That is true also. So that's the first attack.
Okay.
After that, it's going to try and run up and catch up. Let's see. Its movement is 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just going to come at... Oh, no, actually, I think I'm going to have it go with the horse.
Oh, he's going to go at my horse guy?
Well, she's behind a horse.
Well, sure.
And I'm going to roll see if it goes for the horse or... It's going to go for the horse. It's not going for her. It rolled a 1 on its check to decide.
Okay.
So it's going to go at at her horse. And it's going to use its dragon head bite.
Mm-hmm.
That one is... Rolled a 15.
That's probably
Plus
gonna
11. It's going to hit that horse.
Hit. Yeah, just a little.
You don't have armored horses.
No, we don't have armored horses.
Nope. 17. I'm pretty sure it's enough to kill a horse. I can look up horse stats if I need to.
No, that's fine. If the horse has to die, the horse has to die.
Well, I can always look it up. Let's see. Google. I have Google. I do have Google. There's Google. 5e horse stats. Okay, I'm just looking for plain horse. Ah, there we go. Riding a horse. A riding horse has 13 hit points. Yep, it does.
So yeah.
Okay, so its dragon head bites into the back of the neck of the horse she was riding on,
Okay.
and it cripples to the ground because it snapped its neck.
Poor horse.
Poor horse. And then it has 2 attacks left. So it's going to, let's see, the goat baas a menacing. Bah!
Okay.
Its deeply menacing Ba.
A deeply menacing bleat.
The bleat of dread. It rolled a 5. Plus, it's trying to attack her now because the horse is dead.
Okay.
So it rolled a 5 plus 11, 16.
16 is her armor class, if I'm looking at it right.
So it meets it, so it hits.
Yep. Wait, does she have shield?
I don't know if she has a shield.
No, I mean the spell.
Yeah. No, I know she doesn't have a shield, but...
Oh, she does.
Oh, she has the spell shield?
Yeah, she's going to use it.
Oh, sweet. That misses. Because that brings that AC right up.
Yep.
And for the last thing, it's just, let's see, the bleeding goat was frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going to try and whip with its tail. All these do like the same damage and same hit. I don't know why they actually make different description for them. Wow, it rolled a 3. It's not going to hit.
Yep.
So wait, it's turned it over. Moving on.
All right. Stodgy. Does not like that Laya was just attacked by this freakadeek. So, yeah, he's going to come in and go for the multi-attack.
Sweet.
That's a 16.
That's going to hit.
Yep. That's 4, 8, 10, 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay, let me just...
And then going for the sting.
Got it.
9 to hit. That's going to miss.
That's going to miss, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Next
So
up
that's him.
is Laya. Right?
Next up is Laya. So this thing is all up in her business at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go for the Daystar Clarion slashy. That is 18 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Okay. And that is 4d10. That's 8, 9, 10, 16. Oof. Plus 4. So is that 20? Yeah, 16
Yeah.
plus 4, that's 20.
Yeah, it is.
All right. And second attack. That's a 7 on the die. So, yeah, that's a 12 to hit. That's going to miss.
Nope, miss.
All right. So, oh, wait. She had Hunter's Mark up, so that's an extra d6.
For the attack roll?
No, for the damage. And because Colossus Slayer, she gets an extra d8.
That works on huge, right?
It works on any creature below its hit point maximum.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely below that.
So that's an extra 9 damage combined.
Okay, what was the total damage?
20.
The other one wasn't it?
29. 29 altogether.
Okay.
All right.
I got it updated.
Sweet. How's this thing looking? I know it's taken some hits.
It's taken some pretty heavy hits, so when she slashes into it, she slices like down the neck of the, let's say the dragon head, because that was, or the goat head, I guess that was the closest one to her, the goat, because it attacked and missed.
Okay.
She chopped off a horn and got a good deep cut going down it. It has a big gash in its backside from you.
Okay.
So it looks like it has taken a decent amount of damage. It's not in death's door yet, but it looks like it is very bloody.
Okay. I'm going to pull something out of my pouch that I have on my side here. It is a stick about yay long with a skull
About
on
18,
one
18
end.
inches or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 18 inches or so.
Yep.
It's got a pretty sick-looking skull on one end.
Oh no, I know what you're doing.
You know exactly what I'm
no.
doing.
I know what you're doing.
I'm going to expend 3 of the 7 charges on it.
The Wand of Orcus for those who are keeping track.
Yes, the Wand of Orcus. I'm going to expend 3 charges, and I'm going to cast Finger of Death at it. I don't remember what Finger of Death does because, again, some of my papers are missing from
Thing
my
is, if you're
folder here.
I'm trying to remember what the
You're thinking of Power Word Kill.
yeah, I was thinking power word kill. It's under 100 hit points. It just outright dies.
Yeah. 5e Finger of Death. You send negative energy coursing through a creature you can see within range, causing it searing pain. The target must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, of what?
Against the wand, because it wouldn't be against my spell save DC.
Yeah, let me look up Wand of Orcus stats.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and
5e
roll
Wand of
7
Orcus.
d8s, just to have that ready.
See, she forgot that she was barking earlier, and she just came right back. It's not her dinner time yet. She has an hour till then.
7.
Okay, I'm looking for...
Because it's half damage on a failed save, so I'm just gonna roll.
Yeah, I was just looking for its save DC. Okay, the two in the one. No, it's not that one. I know there's a stat sheet. Wand of Orcus stats.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence. Let's see. Elon with intelligence 16 and a wisdom of 12 and a charisma of 16.
Or would it be against my spell save DC, since I'm the one using it?
I think it's on the wand itself. Wand of Orcus. Okay. Innate spellcasting. So it. Let's see, Orcus. Oh no, it mentions his spell save ability, so it might be your spell save ability.
Okay.
That's
You just want to do it that way then?
That's what it's looking like in here.
Okay.
Unless I see otherwise, but on here I'm not noticing anything different that says against that.
And if we're wrong, get in the comments.
Right at me. There should just be a section. Why can I not find a stat page on this? I can find Orcus, but I can't find Wand of Orcus.
Orcus.
Right? I think I'd be able to just find it. She'd be worth a lot of gold. This one. Wand of Orcus stats.
Let's see. If you're trying to attune to the wand, you have to make a DC 17 con save. 7 charges.
Here, Wand of Orcus stats. Seeing lots of different links that aren't really helping.
Yeah. I think it would... Oh. I didn't realize I had that. That's handy.
You have a lot of crazy things with this wand.
Like a +3 to armor class while I'm holding it.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah, let's just do it off of my spell save DC.
Yeah, I think so, because I know Orcus has his own spell save DC, so I think it assumes that he uses yours like a wand does.
Yeah. The only thing wand specific that I'm seeing is a DC 17 con save to attune to it in the first place.
Yeah.
So that could be the wand's DC, but that doesn't...
But I don't see anything
Quite
specific on
jazzed,
the wand
yeah.
itself for difficulties. I think it's on yours.
Yeah, alright, so let's just do it off mine then. So a con save
Mm-hmm.
of 15.
Okay, let me look at this. Okay. Six plus 11, 17.
Okay, so he passes. He still takes half damage.
How much damage does he take?
That's 10, 20, 5 plus 30, 55. Cut in half. That's 27.
Yep. Or. Yeah.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah. He's looking pretty beat up now.
Okay.
Like, Stodgy might not be able to knock him over, but you guys would probably be able to take him at this point.
All right. So that took my action.
Are you going to move at all, or no? He's not next to you. Well, I guess you went... Right.
Yeah, he went towards Laya, so I'm about 30 feet away.
Yeah, he's not next to you.
So I will... Yeah, I'll move away a good 20... Yeah, I'll move away 30 feet.
Okay. So you move farther away from him, and he's still next to Laya.
Yep.
And then you can make your wisdom saving throw.
I will make my wisdom saving throw. That is a 4.
I don't think it's going to meet it.
I'm unfrightened.
Nope, you're still scared.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that brings us back to
the beginning, right?
Chimera, unless he's going to do a legendary action.
No, I think he was going to stick with what he's doing. Like, he didn't... He kind of likes where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I think he's just moving into his action.
Okay.
He's going to... Well, I think... Does he use that? Oh, yeah, at the beginning of turn, I do the recharge thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait. She has...
He recharges his breath attack.
Okay.
He rolled a 6. On a 5 or a 6, he recharges. So he's going to attempt to breathe fire at her with his first attack.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have to do pretty good. He rolled. Let's see. Oh, yeah. No, that one doesn't do a roll. That's his fire, right? So, DC 16 dexterity saving. No, 19, sorry. DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
For Laya?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's breathing at her.
That's an 11 plus your dex save. Is an 8, 19.
Nice. Passes. So she only takes half the damage, so instead of 63, she do what? 31.
31. Okay, and then... Oh, snap. Stodgy was right there up in the mix, too.
Oh, yeah.
Would that have hit him, or no?
No, he flies. He'd probably be able to get right out of the way.
Okay.
We don't really have a health block for him.
For Stodgy?
Have we ever really taken like actual life health? Because we've never killed him.
For him.
I don't remember us ever actually... He used to have, like, side character immunity kind of thing. No, that was Appa.
Yeah, that was Appa.
That was Appa. This is his son's character for people listening. I was mixing up sidekick characters. Appa comes and goes as he pleases. Yeah, Stodgy does have a thing. And he didn't use any kind of dodge action.
No.
So he would take it.
He takes...
Oh, well, he would do his roll.
He'd have to do the roll, yeah.
DC 19.
That's a nat 20.
He doesn't take any damage.
He's taking no damage.
He slipped through the flames. Star Wars style, going through the Death Star, dodging the different bursts of flames on either side, going through the narrow tunnel of clear air.
Nice. And then Laya does have multi-attack defense. When a creature hits you with an attack, you gain +4 bonus to AC against all subsequent attacks made by that creature for the rest of the turn.
Right, so I'm not sure if that would work on something that requires a dex save. It's not a normal attack. Would it work? I'm not sure that. But for his next one, he is using a normal multi-attack.
Yeah.
And he's just going to try and hit with the claws for the next one.
Okay. I just saw that written down. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
The claws, 23 total?
Yeah, that's going to hit.
23 is going to hit. Okay, and that is for 15 damage.
15 damage.
15 slashing.
Brings her down to that much. Okay.
So just reading that. Okay. And that is Lion. Rolled 9 plus 11, so that's 20.
That is actually going to miss because of the multi-attack defense.
Oh, yeah.
Her AC
And
goes
she
up
also
by 4.
does she still have shield up?
No, that's only for a round.
Oh, it's just for 1 round.
Yeah.
And then we have what's it called? The horns, or the 1 horn that's left.
Yeah.
14 on a dice plus 11, so 25.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay, so
No.
those hit for 15.
Okay.
And that's the end of what he can do.
Okay. Stodgy did not care for being breathed at like that. So he is going to go for a bitey bite and a stingy sting.
Sweet.
18 on the dice for the bite.
That's going to hit.
So annoying picking up d4s.
They are terrible.
4, 8, 10, 14 damage. And then
He is on death's door.
for the sting, that's going to miss.
The sting's going to miss?
Yeah, 6 on the dice.
Alright. So with the bite, he's kind of staggering a bit, and
Okay.
it looks like he's really bleeding out a bit here.
All right.
Spam. Okay. I checked the message.
All right, and
And
then
then we're moving up to Laya.
Laya is right up in the biz. So yeah, Daystar Clarion.
Somehow I just popped my chest.
Ooh.
I moved like this, and I heard a pop in here. How's
Yeah.
that bone even pop?
If your chest muscles are tight, and then it just kind of separates from your sternum for a split second.
That was weird.
Yeah, I've had that. All right, 15 on the dice plus something is probably going to hit. It says it's a +5. Still think I need to recalculate that once I find my sheets. So with Hunter's Mark, Colossus Slayer, and the weapon itself, that is 5, 10, 15, plus 4, 19 damage.
No. Yeah. How do you want him to die?
I think she would probably chop off each head individually and then make a little puppet show with them.
So, on its dying breath, it takes a deep breath. Its head's hanging down, and then she lops them off.
Yep.
And they're each like half your size. So they each plop down on the ground.
You're ugly. No, you're ugly. No, you're ugly.
Love it. So it is collapsed. It's dead.
Laya struck the killing blow yet again.
Awesome. So this creature is dead, and you're out of initiative.
All right. Does that mean my fear effect is gone?
Yes.
All right, you can have that.
Because this
back then.
creature was what you were afraid of.
Yeah. I'm not going to be afraid of a dead thing.
Unless your character has any kind of preset phobia for that, but we didn't do that. So
Nope. Not so much.
unless you
So-
really want to add on stuff. Fear of chimeras. Very specifically.
Very specifically, that chimera named Jimmy outside of Yartar. But he's dead now.
Yes.
So yeah, that was an interesting combat.
Right?
So Laya took a ton of damage in there. Stodgy's all right. I got hit once.
Yeah, you didn't take too much damage.
Yeah,
You only got hit with the regular multi attacks, the physical attacks.
yeah, I got hit with
Like
one of
melee.
those bites or claws or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Laya is going to go ahead and cure wounds herself because she's at about half health right now,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, see, District Clarence right there. Wait, she has cure wounds, right?
I think she does.
Yeah, it's right there.
If
All right.
not, then you also both have a lot of health potions.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna do cure wounds. We'll go ahead and chuck a third level on there, so that'll be 4d8 of heals.
That's almost enough.
That's 9, 10, 13. 13 off of 48, so that was some poop rolls.
Those are all the rolls.
All right, so that's 73. All right, we're good.
Okay.
So then,
Not a Death Star or anything, so that's good.
yeah, I guess we'll head into town.
Okay, so as you get to the town of Yartar, you can see flags up along posts all around the town, and it's over the river. You go across the bridge to get to it.
Okay.
It's maybe like a 50-foot wide river, pretty good river.
Sure.
And the bridge goes really high up over it, so it looks like a boat or at least a small ship, large boat could go underneath the bridge.
Okay, so like a high arcing.
Yeah, a very high arcing bridge.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and there's a stone bridge. Yeah, so as you get to the town, you notice everyone. This is going to be interesting to describe this town. The flags that are around have a picture of what looks like a skull and a couple of bones going in a cross shape.
Okay.
And the flags are all black. And it's the same one going all the way around.
Okay. So these people really like this flag.
Yes. You go into town. Where do you go?
I guess kind of the same deal. We look for somebody who looks like a guard or something, ask if he can point us to a place to stay for the night.
Okay. So you go in, or you go up to the gate. You don't see anybody at the gate, but inside, you see there's definitely a theme going on here.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine, like, as a real person, you would imagine something like Venice.
Okay.
Like, they've cut into the river and rerouted a lot of the water into their town.
Okay, so a lot of canals and stuff like that.
Yep, and there's a roadway for people to travel on by foot, but there's canals to each shop that are underneath where that road is.
Okay.
All right, and let's see, what it looks like is there are several lifeboat-sized boats. A couple of them have a mast that's just on there for decoration.
Sure.
Yeah, a few people have what would look like a pirate hat on.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people seem to be really hardcore into this theme of pirates.
Is it good-natured, like, oh, haha, this is the pirate town? Or is it, like, actual skullduggers?
No, it looks like, haha, this is a pirate town. Enjoy our town.
Okay.
Like, people trying to make an actual Disneyland pirate area in their town.
All right.
That's more or less what it's like. Like, they have a theme going on.
I gotcha. All right. Then,
But this time, let's see, this was not as far as your other travel was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still daytime, like mid-afternoon by this time.
Mid-afternoon. All right.
Yeah, it's not getting to nighttime yet.
Then, I mean, I'm halfway tempted to just see if we can push on along the road.
It's up to you.
But also, we took some damage in that fight. We expended some spell slots. So we don't know what we're going to hit on the road. Yeah, I guess we find someone to ask for where to stay for the night.
All right, so
Just like a random townsperson, just grab them as they're walking by, turn around, like, where can I stay?
Yeah, as people do see you, you see them scamper off to their boats in different areas in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have areas where they normally would stand. So you see a couple of them scamper off to certain places.
Almost like this is a pre-designated thing that they're supposed to stand here.
Yes, exactly.
Investigation check to see if I can find it in myself.
Okay. Roll the investigation check.
Let's see what's last. Hers isn't any better than mine. Yeah, mine's just I'm going to ask you to come over here and look at this die while my hands are right here. That is a natural 20, my friends.
Yes, it is. Natural 20.
Well, natural lion head, but same thing.
So does this mean you do not go through you do not stay in the
No, I was looking for an inn or a tavern or someplace to
Oh, yeah.
stay.
Yeah, you definitely see one. You see one called just named the Captain's Quarters.
All right, sounds perfect. Let's head to the captain's quarters.
Okay, so as you go in, as you're traveling down the road, there's a few people that say "Ahoy, matey" or "Arr" as you're traveling along. And
I'm clutching a wound on my arm, and I give them a polite wave.
And then one of them like sees that he raises a glass. He says, "Arr, arr, arr, yes."
I continue walking.
Yeah.
And then,
You go in the inn.
yeah, we go in the inn, and as we do, I use 15 points of my Lay on Hands pool to heal myself back up to full.
Okay.
Because I forgot I had that until I just saw it on my character sheet.
No problem. Girls are still good for you. I'll check and make sure it wasn't their dinner time yet. They're fine.
Oh yeah, food is a thing.
Right?
We should get some of that.
Food sounds pretty good. At some point. Well, at least get you resting first.
Yeah.
So let's see. So you go into the inn, right? And inside you do see, let's see, all the mugs that you see on the tables. They look like they're very tiny looking barrels
Okay.
with a handle that's a brass handle on them. So they all look like little wine barrels, kind of.
Nice.
Then you definitely see a couple of those flags posted up around the town.
Okay.
You see at least one similar tapestry that you saw in the other place, but this time, yes, there is a pirate hat on it. on Orcus.
A pirate hat on Orcus. Okay.
Yep.
Or the South Park Satan.
South Park Satan Orcus. I'm gonna roll for peg leg. Nope, no peg leg.
Okay.
And the person at the counter perks up, fixes their hat, and then slides their eye patch back onto their eye, hoping you wouldn't notice. Says, "Oh, how can I help you here, good sirs and travelers?" And they stop and they look at the picture. And they stop and look at you.
I'm just like, hey, we're passing through. Need a place to stay for the day. Get some rest. You know. Do you have rooms here, or do we need to look down the road?
Oh, we definitely have rooms here for good travelers such as yourselves.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you looked familiar for a second there. I thought you were someone else, but the party I was thinking of had 3 people in it. So, but we have room here for you good travelers.
Oh, well, thank you.
Though, do you want to have some dinner, or do you just want to go straight to bed?
Dinner sounds amazing, actually. What's the specialty of the house? What are you good at here?
Oh, we have the scallywag gullet fish, and
Scallywag gullet fish.
it's pretty tasty. Don't mind the name. I don't name it myself. I'm sorry. But it's very lemony. It's very tasty.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. We just killed the freaking chimera on our way in. I'm starving.
Chimera? Why would we have a chimera around these parts? Those are real?
They're real enough to cause the wounds on my friend here.
Oh, we had people scouting out there a little while ago, keeping an eye out for travelers. I hope they're okay.
Were they wearing boots by any chance?
Yeah, most of us do. Yes.
All right, because I did see a pair of boots poking from behind a rock after having been devoured by this thing.
Their face sinks a little bit.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, I knew them. They were in charge of the shop down the street. But
Well,
okay.
may the blessings of Torm follow them to the great beyond.
Oh, you're a paladin, are you?
Yes, sir.
Oh well. Here, have a drink on it. Have a drink on us. We appreciate what the churches do.
Ah, well, thank you.
We have some very good ale.
All right.
Yeah, and Let's see. So they have they do set you up at the table, and then they bring over those wooden mugs for you.
Okay.
And the bowls, I know, it's a cheesy thing. The centerpiece bowl looks kind of like a shape of a ship a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like wooden on the outside of it, but it has like the actual plate on the inside.
Okay.
Like a metal plate on the inside, so all the food sits in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, just out of habit, I pour the drink into my own mug and drink it from that.
Okay. And then you guys enjoy your meal, and it tastes kind of like a lemon pepper on the fish. Like
Okay.
salmon with lemon pepper.
So lemon pepper fish.
Pretty much.
All right.
That's more or less what theirs tastes like. And they have decent ale. It's not the best ale you've tasted. It might be a little bit watered down.
Sure.
Yep.
A lot of water in this town.
Yep. It's not tasting like the good stuff. Yep. And you guys just head on to bed after your meal?
Well, you said it's only middle of the
Yeah,
afternoon.
it's like 3 p.m. It's still daylight.
Yeah. I guess we'd go to the room, kind of stow our stuff, lock it up. And then, I don't know, I guess we have some time to kill here in town for the afternoon.
And you do see a very staged looking room where it has the captain's, like the helm, the wheel on the wall, and you have looks like image of an anchor on the other wall inside a frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they were just trying to slap as many references as they could.
Like, get it? It's pirates.
Yes. All the references they could.
Nice.
Yep. And then, yeah, you go back down. See the person's not, like, slumped over, just kind of resting for a minute. Their eye patch is not on, but when they see you, they scamper, of course, put it back on. They stand up tall.
I pretend not to notice. And then I guess I ask, like, all right, so couldn't help but notice some common themes running through the decor in the town and in here. What's the story here, friend?
Well, a long time ago, our mayor came into contact with some pirates on a voyage, and well, when he came back, he changed our name of our sweet village to Yartar.
What was it before?
Yarder. But now we are required to say Yartar.
Uh-huh. So it's more of a
Pronunciation?
pronunciation. I see.
Yes. Yes. But he enjoys the theme and brings back some customers for just the enjoyment of getting away from the outside world.
Sure. Seems like you've got good roadways and river travel. You must get a lot of travelers coming through.
Yes, but it does smell with the fish every once in a while, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, sure.
The fish do smell. But, hey, pirates can be fun. It's a pirate life for me, and, well, I live here, so it's not going to go away.
All right.
And she takes a deep breath for a second, and it looks like she's really reflecting on life for a second.
So, you mentioned your friend ran a shop up the way. What kind of shop was it, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, there's a good weapon shop up the way there.
That's interesting.
Just various things that pirates have used in the past and currently. Oh, just things that pirates may use also, but, well, they are real.
Mm-hmm.
Just Molotov cocktails and fun things like that can burn down other ships that you're trying to board.
Okay.
Or rapiers, if you're a big fan. Of course, I don't know how good the smith is on that.
Oh, I do know my way around a rapier. That's for sure.
We also have a hook we can implant in your hand if you really want.
Hard pass. Did he work alone? Was it just his shop that he lived in and ran, or did he have a partner, a staff?
Well, he had, there was an apprentice in there.
An apprentice, okay. Well, and then I kind of raise up my... No, we already discussed the fact that I was a paladin.
Yeah, she knows you're a paladin.
All right, well,
Did you raise up the hand anyways?
Yeah. I don't raise it up like, hey, look at this. But I just kind of subtly place it on the table and glance at it real quick.
Oh, she says, "Oh yes, praise be to Torm."
Yeah,
Arr.
I think I need to get in touch with that apprentice, tell him what happened to the shop owner, and then maybe we can go back out and recover the body. I don't think it was too far.
Well, if you need, we can see if there be any guards that can help out. They're probably on the other side.
You keep the guards on the other side.
Well,
We
I
didn't
haven't seen them
notice
cross
anybody
back
when we
over.
came in from the west.
Yeah, they don't really need many guards here. We have a lot of waterways. It's hard to storm this place.
Oh, sure.
Unless
I
they
hadn't thought of it like that.
Plan on going in single file. So we can send someone out there with you.
Well,
Keep you safe.
I think we dealt with the threat already. Just want to, do right by the deceased.
You really do look a lot like. You see that picture over there?
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed that before.
You probably get this a lot, because not many people. I saw your horse out there, and you have blue armor on it. It just looked a lot like this.
Huh. Somebody did mention something back in Tribor as we were coming through. But yeah, I guess I get that a lot.
Hey, maybe we can ever meet them. If you ever send them our way, maybe we can convince our mayor to drop the pirate stick, and we'll just make it about them.
Huh. I just leave it at that. I'm just like non-committal, like, okay, sure, if I ever meet them.
Send them our way.
Eyes going looking back and forth.
And see if they really like pirates, they might want to stay here. Those scallywags.
All right, so I guess we kind of excuse ourselves, go find a guard, and tell him what happened, or like, I'll just hand wave through this if you don't mind.
Yep.
I just tell him like, hey, we were coming in from the west. We saw a chimera off the trail. It was eating somebody. It looked like they were already gone. We took care of the chimera, but the keeper over at the captain's quarters said that somebody had been out that way, so I thought it might have been one of your people.
So he gives the general R's and II's, and he shuffles in that direction after he moves from behind a podium he was standing behind.
Mm-hmm.
He does have one peg leg, and he is hobbling really hard in that direction.
All right. I offer to go with him. Like, hey, we could go give you a hand if you need it. And specifically not using foot-related puns.
I was like, I need to do this. Hi, Bubba. Hungry? Yeah. Why don't you and your sister have your dinner? They're sitting over there. Holly, come eat your dinner. Your lunch from earlier. Yes, it is. Over there in the counter. Look at 20 pounds of meat over there. It's really well hidden in the middle of the counter.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so he turns around and he says, "No, but I could use a leg if you have one to spare."
Not to...
Someone told me to break a leg last time I was trying out for something, and I took it too literally.
I suppose you did. I'm sorry, I don't have any on hand or foot.
I guess you could say I'm stumped then. So he winks and then he just waves and then keeps on going in that direction.
All right, so he doesn't want help?
No, he's fine.
All right. Then, I guess take a minute, go exploring.
Yes.
Just kind of see what's around.
Okay, so you're going around. You do see a couple of different of those boats inside the canals of the city. It's not just one street going back and forth. There's other roadways going into this town, and it does look like a maze of this type of street going back and forth along different routes.
Sure.
Like there's different turnoffs and stuff. It's not just one big road, so it's not like Western style.
Right.
So it looks like you can get to anywhere pretty much using the water. kind of like what's the in Skyrim? Was it Riften?
Riften.
Riften.
Yeah.
Kind of like Riften.
Okay.
Feels a little bit like Riften, with everyone using an accent and having a pirate patch in their eye.
Right,
so.
right. So it's a pirate-themed Riften tourist trap.
Pretty much. Very much so.
All right.
You do see a couple of shopkeepers on the sides of the roads. One of them's waving a hat at you, that has an obvious price tag on it. And you have other, like, you see patches on their thing, and of course, every single building has flags and like a little post outside.
Mm.
Like a couple of them have price tags like posted on the thing that they're posted into. It's obviously they're trying to do a tourist trap thing.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, it seems like they've got everybody on board with it, so that's something.
Yeah, they all just kind of rolled with it.
And let's see, they said that it was the mayor who encountered some pirates and then was like, oh, I'm going to turn this into a pirate town.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the gist of what you got from them.
Not so much of an ocean anywhere near here.
Nope, there's a lake. There's a river.
Mm-hmm.
He just rolls with just a river. And he put the river into their town partway. I kind of dig in those canals.
Yeah. All right, so,
If he goes down south far enough, then he'd get to one.
can't really think of anything that we would need to do around here.
Do you want to call that as this session, and you can just think about where you want to go after this?
So-
A good 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could break here and then figure out from there. Can you zoom out on the map a little bit?
Oop. Let me click. Oh, it's scrolling up. Okay.
So we went from there to there to there. So we got
This is about a little more than third the way.
yeah. So in terms of like major settlements and stuff, we've got, if we continue along this road, we've got Callinghorn, Olafston's Hold, Everlund, and then Silvery Moon.
Yep. Or you can just cut straight across the Evermoors.
Yeah. Which I don't know much about that, but these people seem to live nearby, so I could probably get some information.
These guys are living like, what, 30, 40 miles outside of them?
Oh, so it's not that close. Alright, so we could...
Like, I can zoom out and you can see the map key.
Yeah. Okay, that got really small.
So like 30 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, Mama has a bunch of ketchup in the cupboard down here. They didn't have the honey mustard at Costco. It's down the cupboard.
Alright, so...
Gigantic 3-pack.
I mean, it's still nearby-ish. Somebody's probably going to know something.
Yeah.
Alright, so... that'll be the question for next time. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah, what direction they want to go. Because he does have a map that shows him, like, the general. He wouldn't see what city names are and stuff, I don't think. But he'd
No,
see,
it
like,
doesn't
all
show
the land.
city names, but
He'd see the land.
it shows where on the map
Like
the
somebody,
person or
something
item
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd see the general area around. I have to drag down. Like when it zooms in, it would probably be about like that.
Yeah.
So he'd see Silvery Moon, and then the general shape of this places around. Like he'd know there'd be a forest right below it, some woods, maybe a deserty area, a little bit to the side, some hills.
Oh, that's a thing. I haven't been checking on the map where the Archwizard is.
Nope. Not since you left for the journey.
Nope. So he could be somewhere else.
He very well could be. Because things in the world do keep on going.
Is in another castle.
Oh, that'd be terrible if I invented mushroom people just to say that.
Yes, it would be terrible.
Right.
Don't do that.
I'd rather have the Power Rangers in the game though.
All right, so
I'm gonna do a stat block for them to figure it out.
I'll say before dinner, or no, we ate dinner already. Before we go to bed for the night, I'll pull out the map and check
So,
on
yeah.
where the location is, and then we'll end session there.
Okay, sounds good. You want me to tell you right now? You want?
Yeah, where is he?
You're like, tell me. Okay, so you see he's still around that area. He's just a little bit south of it inside the woods.
South of it in the woods. Okay.
Let me zoom out.
Silver something.
It's just called Silverwood.
Silverwood.
The Silverwood Woods.
All right.
Yep. Those woods, maybe like 5 miles across, and then like 15,
10,
20
15.
miles. Yeah, 10, 15 going
Yeah.
up, high.
All right.
So yeah, that's where we're at right now. And hi, Tara. She's looking at the cards. Here, just look at the stack. There we go. All right, so that was where we're ending it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. That was the Probably Something Terrible Dungeons and Dragons adventure, which it probably was.
Are you on live?
No, we're recording it.
We're recording.
Oh, hello.
And batteries actually lasted the whole way through.
Yay.
I had no idea how long they'd last.
They lasted that long.
It lasted that long. I might just leave them running later to see when they die. So that way I can properly clock it. Hi, Holly. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We appreciate you. I have to find where I have my recording program. There it is. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'll catch you later. Check in the description below for recipes. Because I'm really gonna start adding those. Because we test them. Nope, it's just audio. So check below in the description for recipes and watch the rest of the series to find out what the heck we're talking about. See you guys later. Bye.